Mm, I rock that Michael Kors and that coach. You a roach, I can't approach your exhaustion and your love. We broke up and it choked me up. I swear you're a smurf and I ain't talking Papa. I'm talking clumsy smurf causing all the drama. A rockin' clock that T, come go with me. But we ain't floating in the sea of love, you see. We're not in the sea of love, we're just unloved, floating above, trying to find our way back home. But somehow we keep ending up. But oh, I love you more than I hate. For God's sake, go on to bed. I'll be there in a minute. Too many thoughts inside my head. I love you more than frustration, more than every tear I've shed. Even when we're disconnected, you're still running through my head. I drink that ginger, pineapple, orange mixed juice. Fresh from the juicer, trying not to come loose. YouTube wanna take money from us. Now I'm sitting here wondering who to trust. I want all my money back. Tell me what exactly did you like? What was missing? What went wrong? Why we turned our love into this song? Sometimes I wanna scream, sometimes I wanna cry, sometimes I wanna ask you questions, sometimes I don't know why. Sometimes I wanna smack the taste right out your mouth and pull you close and work it all out. That's the crazy thing about love. 1 minute rain, next minute sunshine above. I love you more than I know. For God's sake, go to bed. I'll be there in a minute. Too many thoughts inside my head. I love you more than frustration, more than every tear I've shed. Even when we're disconnected, you're still running through my head. Maybe tomorrow we'll laugh about this. Maybe tomorrow we'll find what we missed. Tonight I'm tired, tonight I'm rough, but deep down I know I still care too much. So go upstairs and rest your soul. I'll be there soon, that's all I know. 'Cause underneath the anger and doubt, love's the one thing I can't throw out. Hey y'all, hey y'all, this is Dr. A and I'm back with you. I'm trying to get enough in, trying to get these numbers back up. Y'all know I gotta pay for that Mustang. So I gotta get up here and talk the talk and walk the walk and roll and roll and roll on the curb. Oh, what? I'm talking crazy as hell. I don't know, girl. What that got to do with anything? Okay, y'all. Oh, somebody is nuts on here. That's me. Anyway, so let's talk about it. What jazz when you do? Okay, so you're gonna hear a little background noises. What the background noise? That's me washing clothes. So just ignore that and just understand that we are here. And hopefully y'all like that song. That song is called "I Love You More Than a Headache." God's sakes, go home to bed. Hey, I'll be there in a minute. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's my stuff. I wrote that. And again, that song was inspired. I was thinking about before we get started. That song was inspired by I don't know. My husband didn't do anything. I was just looking at him, and I was just like, "Go upstairs and go to bed. You are really getting on my nerves." It was really getting on my nerves. I said, "Go to bed." And then I was watching the end of Euphoria, and I'm really upset about that. That show came a couple of like three songs that I have
because I was so mad. I don't even want to watch the ending no more. I don't want to watch anybody do a commentator on it no more because I'm mad. I really enjoyed that show. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and we're gonna get into that. The next song I'm not gonna play right now, but later on at the end of the show, I think I'm gonna play the song that Passion Lisa inspired. Either I'm gonna play that one. That one's called Tall, 10 Feet Tall. And then another song, either I'm gonna play that one or I'm going to play Hobosexual. And that was Chris. That was dedicated to Jasmine, Chris, and all the men that had ran outside of these women's houses, solo, all of them. Hobosexual. That song I'll play, or I will be playing the it was another song that I was looking. I said I was gonna play. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just Snake, and I probably will play that song called Snake, and that's like a rock and roll inspired song. So hopefully you all will enjoy it. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. If you all are ready, maybe I should drop. Y'all want me to play another song until y'all get all the way in here? Because I really want to. I don't want to keep saying things twice or three times or four times. How you doing, Steve? Good morning to you. No, I'm not gonna play another song. I'll wait it's the end of the show and then I'll play a couple of songs. But the I think I'm gonna play Snake. Snake is probably either Snake or 10 Feet Tall is gonna be the song that I play at the end of the show. So make sure y'all look out for that. Let's go ahead now. Yesterday we did this morning I should say we did a inspired talk. We talked about Jasmine. We talked about Olivia. We talked about all the mommies. Black and Bougie. I want to thank Black and Bougie for coming on to this platform. I also want to thank uh, Olivia Pope for coming on as well. She changed her beginning title of her name, but you know who she is. I want to thank her as well. And Passion and everybody else that was in the audience, I want to thank as well. Y'all rock, y'all are the truth, and I really appreciate y'all. So let's move forward. We're gonna try to do a little video watching. How you doing, Ebony? And good morning to you as well. And good morning to you, Steve, as well. So what we're gonna do as well, we're gonna try to. I need to oil my scalp, man. My hair is dried in a Sierra Desert, and y'all know my hair. As soon as that oil touch my hair, is like anyway. So how you doing, Kenya? Welcome to the McFlurry Crystal Palace. So what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna react to a video. What I do like about this platform is that I like the fact that you all take me into different directions. I don't mind that. I appreciate that. So anyway, and if anybody want to come up on the platform as well, I'll be happy to drop the link. But as it stands, we're going to try to watch a Jasmine video because I began to think about it. I said, you know what? I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. I'm doing some thinking. Cause Jasmine is stinking. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, Jasmine. Don't be mad at me, good. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, good. I don't want Jasmine mad at me, y'all. Cause that girl got some big old arms. You got some big old arms, girl. I don't want no. I don't want no. I don't want no pressure. I don't want that pressure them big old arms can give me, girl. But I cannot run you, Jasmine, because you got bad knees. I'm just playing, girl. It's just funny. I'm just being fun. I'm just playing. I'm just playing again, and let me say this before we get started, you all. I was young too. I was young and I was wild when I was coming up. I did some wild stuff. I promise you, I did some wild stuff. Back in the day, Dr. A was off the chain. However, I have grown. You can see the progression in me. I promise you, I'm still growing. I'm still improving. You know what I mean? Once before, maybe 10 years ago, I was like F credit. Now I'm like, hey, I'm at 700 or something. You know what I'm saying? At 709. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just certain things that we live, we learn, we grow. The point in the issue and the things that we want to talk about in this sector, or I should say on my channel, we have to talk about progression and what we do and what we see and what we don't see, the lack of that. We don't see the progression in the mothers. In fact, Olivia goes backwards. Jasmine, man, uh, Black and Bougie said she's stagnant. I don't. Only thing Jasmine really had that's that she probably did a come up, but she went backwards to get it. Which sometimes we do have to go backwards to get it. Is I guess that car. I didn't really didn't look at that car. Yeah, I didn't really think it was that car that she had was all that big of a deal. I don't think none of the cars she had, whether it's the Mountaineer to the car, whatever. You know, cars depreciation. I got 7 cars. I'm like no lie. I do have 7 cars. I promise you, I got 7 cars. I'm just being. I'm telling y'all this the guy honest truth. And the only reason why I got that because I already had 3, and when my father passed away, I did get more cars handed to me. One being my mom's car, and the others being his. But one thing I do understand is that cars do depreciate. I'm a car girl. I ain't gonna lie. I have been for quite some time. I was just too cheap to get it. You know what I mean? I would rather get a car 2006. I mean, that was kind of me, but shoot, now I probably, if these cars mess up, I probably would just get the engines and things like that because I got a mechanic who will rebuild the engine. I'm probably gonna keep these cars until I'm retiring and stuff. Um, so I'm just kind of on that level. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and discuss. We're gonna talk about it. So Jasmine's talking about she's going to date. We still ain't got to that yet. And I think we probably just should mention it. Jasmine need another date like she need a hole in her head. I think we're gonna move further. I think we're gonna go into right here when she talk about the 4th of July. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing about she burnt her hand. She's getting look at the views on her videos. Okay, let me show y'all that. Okay, so her views really suck. How you doing, Mysterious? Good morning to you. Okay, so what we already see right here is the fact that her views still are stagnant. She still it sucks. And I'm gonna watch this real quick, and this is where we're gonna watch portions of these different videos. Um, and what I do like about her currently is the fact that she's doing shorter videos, and we don't have to sit for hours and hours watching this whole. Excuse me, sorry, Jasmine. I mean, you call yourself that, but we don't have to watch through gallons and gallons and gallons of video. See, and this is the thing, and what this title was about, because I know y'all curious about this title. It was like a clickbait title. Well, it was kind of, I was starting off as a clickbait title, but to be honest with you, it's not. The thing is, it's like this helper can sit up here and do her little raggedy big ass head, but yet and still she can't do her children's hair. You know, you have to question a hooker that don't take time to do nothing to their children hair. Steve also has 6 cars, but usually he doesn't take right. I do not take a depreciated. You do not take depreciation on vehicles. Okay, I break even or make a profit when I sell them. So you sell cars. How you doing, Marie Adams? Good morning to you. Yeah, I'm not selling none of these vehicles here currently. I'm lying to you. One of the out of the 7 cars, one will go to my daughter. Uh, 8 cars. I thought about it. I forgot I got another car. One will go to my daughter. One will go to my daughter, and one of my and the other the 1953 will go to my son. Um, that's gonna go to my son. I just have to. I just ready for him to take it over. Um, and one of the other cars is going right back to dealership because I'm not paying 1K for a 2026 Jeep. It's nice, but I don't need it. I don't need it. What do I need it for? Unless one of y'all want it. Y'all want it. I'll be paying that much. I got other stuff, pending stuff. So let's push this up, okay? All right. Now we're looking here at I didn't think about something. Let me type something real quick. I'm gonna put Jasmine on here real quick and then we'll talk about it. We ain't gonna watch this whole video now.
Belly's matching still. See, he has brown one. He's
Oh,
matching.
that's a mangy mutt. I shouldn't say that, because let me consider that some of you are fur baby mommies and daddies, and I probably shouldn't call a dog that y'all probably with Peter or something. I'm not. I just don't eat meat. Uh, but it's just this dog is so dusty. This dog look like a rat. I swear, it looked like a rat in New York.
Yeah. Mommy, mom. Mommy, mom, that outfit where you got Belly. No, the outfit you got. That was in the car.
What I am gonna say, and this is something we was talking about earlier. I think family channels are so overrated. They are so overrated. They are so overrated. Like, after a while, and she says this is her life. Okay, cool. But I think it's just really overrated that she keeps fashion in these little girls. The hair is not combed. Their outfits are too small. What they have on now is not so bad today. I don't know these little girls' shorts. I didn't even look at the shorts. God forbid, they probably too short too. You know, she puts these little girls on. I mean, it's just really exploitive. It's grooming. It comes across as grooming to me. I just don't understand. I don't even understand why she dresses the way she dressed because she does not. Listen, I know this is not me body shaming. I know some of you heifers is gonna come up here and say, Dr. A, you are body shaming her. I'm not body shaming her. And if you feel like I am, okay, maybe I am. I'm not really body shaming. I'm just saying that some outfits go with. I don't care just because you can fit it or it may be in your size don't mean you should wear it. I'm just telling you, just because you can fit it, it may be in your size don't mean you should wear it. It's just some shit like I'm in a 9'10". I know that my stomach is not what it needs to be. Okay, let's be honest. I'm throwing me under the bus here. Just because I know that certain things that my stomach just don't need to be in. You know why? Because it's still porky. It's still a little pudgy. Okay, I'm working on it. Yes, Dr. A is working on that stomach. I am. However, it's not where it need to go. So just certain shirts, I just can't wear belly shirts. I just can't. And I'm 53 years old, baby. I don't need to be wearing no belly shirt with a husband. Now, if he, you know what I'm saying? But I will be wearing that bikini next year. I will be in that bikini, and we will be on somebody's island with my bikini showing, cause I'm gonna be the sexy mama. He just gonna have to let me rock. He just gonna have to let me rock. I was gonna ask, I was gonna say something. I don't even remember what I was gonna. Okay, hold on.
It's something in my car. I don't know where I did with it though. No, I get you. That's me. Do you want a bun or do you want a ponytail? Oh, I like it. Mommy, I want him to have a bow. We'll put it down. I want him. Could you that? I don't think really up. Belly. Oh, let me just. Oh, I think he hates the bone. He hates the what? He hates the thing. He hates it. Hey, stop jumping off the bed.
Again, Jasmine, this is a lot.
Whatever.
And that's another thing. Okay, so I, as a former cosmetologist, yes, I should do her. I don't like it though. Okay, but I'm just being honest. Okay, what I'm going to say. Let's be honest. Y'all listening? Um, Jasmine, your head is way too fucking big for all this goddamn hair. Yo, you have a huge block head. Everybody keeps talking about how big Chris' head is and how lopsided his damn head is, but hell, Jasmine's fucking head is just as peculiar as Chris is. Okay? All right, let's talk. Let me read what y'all comments are saying, okay? Yes, you're right. It takes a special kind of mother to always put herself first, right, and then talk about how much she loves her kids. Now, Marie, you said bars, okay? A simple fact is most people's lives are not interesting, especially hers, because she doesn't do anything now. New, sorry. I can't fucking see right now. I'm acting ill form. I guess my eyebrows are stretching longer than my face, my eye, eyelashes. Okay, so yes, I definitely do agree. It's nothing that interesting. Your head is really big. The parts, girl. Did you see the back of these parts, girl? You did not part. Okay, I see what everybody's talking about. I was really trying to give you credit, Jasmine. Okay. So obviously, sometimes we can't see in the back of our heads. I get it, but damn, Jasmine, why you could do your girl's hair, Jasmine. You know how to do hair. You could at least do your daughter's hair and part correctly, not just slopping the shit in their head. You could at least do the girl's hair. If you can't fucking do anything with your damn head and that's barely obvious, but your hair look better than theirs. So why in the heck don't you spend time and do their hair? All you gotta do is take 2 days 2 days out of a month. You could do that every two. Okay, I say 2 days out of every 2 weeks, and do these damn girls' hair. Take $20, take $40, and go get them little boys' haircut twice a month. Take $80. No, yeah, $80. All you gotta do is pay $80 and get these little boys' hair cut twice a month. I'm telling you, it will make a goddamn difference. You spend all that bullshit and all that money and on Temu and Shein, uh, for these ugly ass outfits that you tend to wear, that you so proud of, that you should be embarrassed to wear, with all that belly, that gut, that stomach, them titties that hang low. Do they wobble to the floor? Do you tie them in a knot? Do you tie them in a bow? Do you hold them over the shoulders like a couple over shoulders? Do the titties hang low? The answer is yes. Yes, they do. They hang low because you don't know how to wear a supportive bra. You know, sometimes, and I have BS bras. I have a couple of BS bras, and I have some really good supportive bras. And sometimes when I have to wear my BS bras, because I'm like, dang, I don't feel like putting on the shit. Because sometimes the supportive bras be hurting because they be pulling so much on you. And I've lost so much damn weight. I have to go and buy some decent. I have to buy some more bras. You know, I'm gonna have to go get refitted. I still ain't got refitted. I bought some bras, but I ain't got refitted yet. And sometimes I have to get two bras and put two bras. I know that's TMI, but I'm just making a point that Jasmine, you have to, because I want that support. And sometimes you just may have to do that, Jasmine. God damn it. Just go get a bra that's gonna support them saggy ass titties. Now, how are you younger than me? I'm sorry. How are you younger than me and your breasts hang lower than mine? How are you younger than me and I'm more, you know what I mean? But I built, you know what I mean? I ain't built like this. It don't make no sense. And you know why, Jasmine? Partly, I didn't take them shots. I was like, hell no. I had thought about taking them shots. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was like, I'm gonna take them shots. I thought about that, and I got the reading, and I'm a herbalist. And I got the reading all that bullshit on. I said, I'm not taking this shit. My energy just wouldn't allow. I just couldn't allow myself. And I said, you know what? My fat ass is getting ready to get on this floor. I'm getting ready to use these damn exercise bikes and stationary machines, and I'm just gonna lose this damn weight. And that's what the hell I did. I went from a 16 to a 14, and then I don't even remember the in between, and I went straight to a 9, a 9, a 10. You know what I mean? It just don't make no sense. And here's, look at these comments. It says shabby. It says shabby life. That's the thing, the one thing that you write about. She pink, Jazz is a beautiful brown. What the hell are you talking about? Mm.
Well, when I saw the big belly up, it like, and when I was outside,
And
and
that's
then
another thing, Jasmine. You have reversed these children's speech. I don't even know what the hell they be saying half of the damn time. And you know what? All children are gonna make certain mistakes on what they say and things like that. So you have to correct them. You never correct them when they say stuff that just is not understandable. And they're this shit that they say right now is goddamn it not understandable. Nobody understands that shit. How you doing, Walk by Faith? Dr. A, you lost 51 pounds, Walk. Mm-mm. I had to go get me some new bras and undergarments. You spent $200 on panties and bras. Okay. Exactly. Jasmine is selfish kind of mother. Mm-mm. The fact is that she knows how to braid, right, and how to do her, and she don't keep her girls hair up. It's ridiculous. It's certainly ridiculous. I have to say that. Spend money on flights. Exactly. You got money for flights, but you ain't got money to comb these goddamn hair, comb these children hair. You can buy hair. You can buy hair for a decent, reasonable amount of money. Um, she home all day, and that boy is not seeing a speech therapist every day. Exactly. She needs her A beat for that. Exactly. You don't understand. It ain't just the boys, Steve. It's the girls too. I don't understand what, from the oldest to the youngest. I don't understand what nobody says, and that's a damn shame because I don't want to feel like that. I don't want. I don't care about a child having their children struggle. Like that is not a flex. That's not to put them down. That's not. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like putting children down. I don't ever want to feel like I'm putting a child down. I'm more so upset that the mother is not taking time to seek special help for them so they don't talk the way that they talk. That they do talk and speak correctly or try your best to get them up to par. That's what sense it makes to me. But let's continue.
he just, and then we were close to the corners, and then he like jumps out of my hand.
I don't
You
even
see
know
that
what they
with
just
me?
said. I don't know. First of all, I don't. They all sounded like they all. Every child sound like. Only person that doesn't sound quite like everybody. Her only reason why she doesn't sound like everybody because her voice is like deeper. And that's Kaylin. But Kaylin's voice is deeper, but she sounds exactly like them. And I don't think that is not a Texas talk because I know a lot of people from Texas. They do have a certain dialect, but I understand what the hell they're saying. And Texans do have a country twang, out west kind of dialect. You know what I mean? Like I have a St. Louis, Kentucky mixed with Indiana mixed with damn Mississippi conversation. But god damn it, you understand what the hell I'm trying to say. You don't understand shit that these damn children are trying to say. I just don't understand why the fuck she don't allow these children to be themselves.
When I go walk with Billy, I can like trust him to let him like leave. I trust him. I'll trust him. I do.
And that's not cute. This little girl is not a valley girl. You are not a valley girl. You stay and that's look. I don't even want to address. And I know that a lot of these women are allowing these children to wear draws because this is exactly what this is, draws. And I just don't think just because it is fashionably in, or just because everybody else is wearing something, don't mean that your child should have to wear it. Like it's okay to wear biking shorts. I used to wear biking shorts when I was in high school. When I was in high school. But guess what? The biking shorts came down to my knees. Sometimes they came down to my knees. Sometimes they was a little bit above my knees. But guess what? My daddy and my mother insisted on me doing? Wearing a big shirt. Wearing a big shirt. They sure did. My dad was like, "Oh no, you're not going outside like that. You better get you a big shirt." And my daddy took me to the store and got me a big shirt and said, "You not going in that store with that gal. You go get you a big shirt there. Now you're not going out there. That you my child. Now I don't appreciate that. You're not wearing that. Okay, let's go."
Because he was the term.
Again, I get that this is what they're wearing now. They don't. Your child
My
is
that's
like
easy
that.
too much.
You don't worry about no other fashions like keeping their hair together. You don't worry about making sure that they go to the dentist and getting their teeth clean. You don't worry about them going to the doctor once a year. You don't worry about them going to get no damn glasses all the damn time. Everybody, because I know a lot of them need proper damn glasses. You don't worry about them getting speech therapy. So why in the hell are you worried about what fashion is now, or worried about what everybody else is wearing? You ain't never thought about it before. So why are you thinking about it now? Really?
Wait. I got idea. Mom, I got idea. So Mom, look at Billy. Mom, look at Billy. Look at that.
Another thing, Jasmine, you over sexualize these children. Let's talk over externalize these children. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. You had this little girl on here talking about that she likes girls. Like that is not at this age now. That is not something we need to be discussing. That's the last thing on my damn head is me worried about what my son, if my son like this girl or boy or whatever the fuck he, you know what I mean? At 10 fucking years old, because she's the same age as my son. I think she's a week older than my son, or a week or two, give or take, older than my son. This is the last goddamn darn thing that I think that we should be discussing on here. We should be talking about what points of education do they like, or what classes do you like? What's your favorite subject? What did you enjoy about that? Who is your best friend? You know what I mean? These things like that, like having social interactions with other peer age group people. Like, what did you see? What dance did you learn on TikTok? Or what book did you like? What book are you going to be reading this summer? What would you like to do? What movie would you like to go see? What movie did you see? Did you see anything? That's the conversation I have with my son. I talked to him more about wrestling. Who's your favorite wrestler? What's your favorite food? What do you like the most? These are conversations that we can discuss. What we're not going to be discussing is what he like. That is not a conversation we're not going to discuss. My son is not thinking about that shit. You know why? Because that's not something we introduced to him. He talk about the songs he like. We talk about the songs, and we watch appropriate songs. watch songs with cursing in them, and nor do I play. Most more importantly, nor do I play that bullshit in front of my children. Let's start there, okay? So these are things that should not even be discussed or thought about. But you are such the hooker. I'm sorry. You are such the person who always tries to make herself, you know, you try to come off on social media like you are a cool mom or that you are a decent person. You are not a decent person, because if you were such a decent person, you would take pride in your children. This is the last thing on your list. You don't take pride in nothing. Only thing you take pride in is just being a goldfish. And we'll discuss what a goldfish is later.
Yeah, but it's a shiny. Mommy, Billy has a hat. Grace. Shiny. Mommy, look. Girl, put take it off of Billy's head. I wet my wig cap. No, it's still wet. Yeah. Listen. So I got a picture. These are pretty. So pretty, my pretty Daddy. You look so pretty. Mommy, Billy looks so pretty.
And it's funny how you like, and then listen, Jasmine, if you have to put your, if you have to put, those are not high waist skirt. If you have to put that skirt all the way up to your throat, then this is not something that you should be wearing. Okay. If you have to put a skirt all the way up to your throat, this is not something that should be worn. This is not something that should be worn. Okay, let's talk about it. The only thing I wore was biker shorts with the under your dresses, and that's another thing. I used to wear the biker shorts under the dresses too. My biker shorts, or I wear a long shirt. My shirt will be just as long as my shorts, or it'll be under. It'll be a under the butt. Okay, dang, he didn't play about that way we dress. Your people, your father didn't play about the way y'all dressed. Mm-mm. Kaylin and Mai is that age where they do where they can do their own hair. Exactly. Where they can pick out their own clothes themselves. Let them kids be themselves. Girl, that's probably what they picked out. They probably like that type of stuff because Jasmine don't have no, she don't care about this kind of stuff. That means nothing because she likes to over sexualize them. All I know is a mother what could never allow myself to look better than my kids. As a mother, you could not allow. All I know is that a mother, I could never. As basically as a mother, you could never allow yourself to look worse than your children, basically, because children are a product of you, and we're going to be looking good together. Exactly, exactly. Doctor, you cannot expect Jasmine to correct her kids when they come to proper speaking. Exactly. I know. She don't know how to speak either. I know. This is the same idiot that used to sit on the floor and bark at her kids like they are dogs. Jasmine is slow. Okay? She has slow buckets. Okay? Yes, it is a good thing, but I don't think Jasmine should have told the internet that Caitlyn personal business, everything is not for the internet. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I don't understand why you talking about this little girl is in therapy. Hell, your ass need to be in therapy. You need to be the first dang on person in that therapy. You need to be laying on the couch. You need to be on medication. That's what the heck need to happen, in my personal opinion. Why you want to talk about somebody need therapy? You know why Kaylin may need therapy? Because she had to grow up too fast, and because she had to sit around and take care of all your children because you didn't have God given sense to take care of your own damn children, and then you trying to tell her adult business and having her sing Chris songs and putting these men before her. So I guess she would need therapy, and then having a daddy for a pimp, and then having all these siblings that outside of her own home, and trying to figure out why her step mommy was selling herself. You know what I mean? You don't want to talk about that. Why her siblings' parents had to, what her one of her siblings' parents had to sell themselves in order to make a living, so your daddy and your mammy could have a little money. So that's something that also should be talked about, right? But I guess she would need therapy for that. She wouldn't need therapy because both of her parents are slow. Philip is just as slow as Jasmine. He just knows how to maneuver a tad bit better in the street, but he not that damn good because if he was, he should have been able to. He should have been choosing people over age, not an underage child, and try to put her out on the streets. You know that's gonna be the first time. That's the be the first thing that you get pinched for, you big dummy. But whatever. Let's go, big dummy.
My voice was how buns in the hair. Every time you kill a dog, that's starting
What, Ava? All right.
What?
Everyone out of the room because I don't want Billy in here. Oh, sorry.
I'm sure Billy don't want us to put his little stinking tail up in there and smelling all your stinking tails because we know that you need a. I'm sorry, I said I wasn't gonna go there and be mean. This idiot had her daughter rapping on the song about a relationship with Christopher. Why would you involve your daughter in a personal business like that? Is crazy. Exactly. Exactly. Just nuts.
Legend. Damn. Legend, go pick up your water bottle off the floor. Turn my light off and close that door.
First of all, why Legendary is drinking outside of the kitchen? Let's start there. So you just let your children have water and food all over the place? Is that what you do? That's why your house stayed the way it do.
Yeah, you messed up me like crazy.
Shabby Life is in the Heidi, how you doing, Shabby Life?
Kaylin, didn't you say you wanted your hair braided for school?
Yeah.
Somebody keeps saying that you want your hair braided now. Didn't you say you want me to do it for school? Because she wants it to be fresh.
Fresh? I want my hair to be fresh. Like,
First of all, Jasmine, you don't have to braid their hair for school to be fresh. You can still do something decent with their hair. You can still do like two braids. You could do three braids to the back. Oh my God. And then like you don't even take time to do that. When you do finally decide to do their damn hair, you don't take your time with it. You don't have, you don't have no rhythm with it. You have them have it looks unprofessional. Don't you think that at some point in time don't you think at some point in time you should be like, you know what? I'm gonna take my time with my children. I'm gonna make sure these parts are even. I'm gonna make sure that the parts are straight. I'm gonna make sure that the hair fits with the hairs with the hair fits with their regular hair. You know what I mean? You don't do none of that. Hell, you barely did that with your head, big head monster.
straight. I want my hair to be straight.
And that's another thing.
We're not. I'm not ready to give you a perm.
When I get old.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the boho braids on.
Don't you think at some time that you should really consider um trying to make a change in your life or someone's life than looking like that, so you don't think about the quality of life that your children have. You do understand that. I'm not talking about when they with Philip or with Hannah. I'm talking about in general. About the quality life that your children have you ever considered that? When they're in your presence, what type of quality life do they have? Hell, what type of quality life do you have? Let's go.
Kaylin, but Ava, we're gonna stick with beads. I'm gonna do another style.
We do no style with.
Yeah, we'll go with a different kind of beads.
Wait,
Just a little. So I like to do beads.
these ones.
And then I might buy some different ones. I don't know what color. What color you want to go with? Want pink?
Wait,
Because we were really trying. Me and Aiden was looking at some pink ones. We know we like pink.
would you like? And wait.
Ooh, my nose is itching.
Scaring him away from me.
Hey, y'all come clean up the table. Water bottles go on top of the refrigerators. Refrigerator. Barbie arm that's there, it either needs to go in the trash.
Mommy, let's go to your like what this?
Every time I see you, I get that she's grown, but every time you see Jasmine, her and her mama are always drinking. What's that about? It's the daytime. God damn, you always gotta drink. You drink that much? Vaping and drinking. All that drinking gonna catch up, and all that smoking gonna catch up.
Okay, but I don't know. Hey, leave him alone, y'all. Maya, get your water bottle and put it over there. Your mama's a bum. Oh, I'm away. She broke the Barbie on. Hey, Jazz. With my mom cooking. What I get?
Wait, am I gonna eat?
What you cooking?
What you cooking for?
Ava.
Mommy, what are you making?
We got some ribs. I know you wanted hot dogs. I got some hot dogs. And I got the chicken. I got some greens.
Wait, Mommy, you still set it all out. You still put the hot dogs
You
on.
can't cook though. You do know, Jasmine, you cannot cook. Oh my God.
There's the chicken.
Put that ranch up.
And then salad.
Who had ranch? Put that ranch up. Ava, I said on the little, put the water bottles on the little refrigerator.
No, it's too ranch. Okay. I make two now. What's a ranch? What's a ranch?
Pretty much, y'all. It's fine. They're here, but it's okay. We don't need to. I said they don't have to delete nothing. We just ignore them.
Yeah. Next there.
Get off of that, legend.
I see yours.
Push them chairs in. Can you put them eyes over there too?
I'm
I don't know. I might change clothes. I don't know. Depends if I'm.
gonna go now.
I need to start on this. I want to listen to music.
Picture.
I gotta
Okay.
I want to come with you on the open everything.
We're gonna move on to this. She can't cook. Oh my God! Please don't make me watch her cooking. Jasmine cooking is just like girl. This girl has still have not developed her. Why don't you change that intro? That is horrible. That intro is horrible. I'm not even being funny. That dress is too short for your big stanky ass. And how many days you gonna wear this outfit? Okay, let's start. Jerry's still wearing that shirt from when he turned 2. Great, because they'll Jasmine, can these children have a life? Oh my God, they can't even do anything for a second. These family channels do too much. They just don't know how to. And if you must show your children, I don't think you have to, but if you must show your children, don't you think this is an overkill, over on live?
All right, you guys. So I prepped the dinner, which is the ribs. That's prepped. We're gonna leave here in.
How's that prepped? All you did was wash it off. That's not prepped. Let's see. I would eat nothing in the house. Number one, you can't cook. Number two, I wouldn't want nothing out that house. Number three, I wouldn't want nothing out that house. Number four, I don't want nothing Jasmine or her children to put their fingers on.
About a little bit to go to Dave and Buster's. The kids are gonna go play. And then I'm coming back and I'm gonna cook. I know, I'm doing everything. I should have started cooking yesterday.
Well, if you're going to Dave and Buster's, why do you have to cook? No, mom. Listen, man. Who wants to go to Dave and Buster's and they got all that good food there to come home to have to deal with her food, her cooking? No, thank you.
My life a lot easier, but it's okay. But yeah, ribs are right there. Let the little ones wash off the bell peppers. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator and then when we come back, I'm gonna start cooking. All right, guys.
Summertime. I don't eat ribs. I don't eat meat or nothing like that. But if you're going to do meats or ribs or anything like that, don't nobody want no ribs in the oven. Only time you make ribs in the oven is when it's the winter time. In the summertime, you put ribs on a grill. And I hope that's what you're gonna do, not in the damn oven.
Guys, we're about to leave. And the older ones are behind me. Heading out.
And another thing is, if you're gonna take these children out in public, you make sure that if your hair is halfway decent, your hair is styled in some kind of way. Not that I mean, it's not it's style. Okay, shouldn't all the children hair be looking decent? And girl, why you go outside with that on? That's not going to. That's not becoming of your figure. Let me see what y'all talking about in these comments, girl. It says, and she lied and said that she fed them at Dave and Buster. Girl, you would have showed it exactly if you bought the girl. If you right, if you bought food, girl, just stop. Just be lying, girl. Just be lying. All she had to do was buy some pizza and some wings and feed some kids at Dave and Buster's. Exactly. Remember how much money she used to spend, right? Eating out with Chris. Right, that girl spent at least $200. Exactly. You know the pimp and Hannah pay for that. Exactly. Jasmine ain't spending no money on her kids. Most definitely not Asia kids. Dr. Mira, Jasmine, and Olivia both have they believe in recycling some outfits. Girl, that outfit, I am so sick of that outfit. How you doing, Miss Yvonne? Really, we be taking it old school, talking about some mama. How you doing, Nicola? All that drinking and baking gonna catch up though. Show enough. Okay. You missed me? Thank you. I drinking all that Taylor Newport. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-mm. Doctor, did you see Jasmine's new video where she said that she was door dashing to buy Legend some clothes for school? No, I did not yet. We're gonna watch that. Not all part-time right job. Not get a part-time job so she can supply the things that the kids are in need of. Exactly. I just put extra. I know you didn't say extra. Fact, that part, Dr. A, the pimp and Jasmine both are slow. Both of them are illiterate and simple minded. Okay. All right, let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. I ain't gonna be long, but I'm gonna be strong. Let's go.
Turn off the lights. Where's my keys?
I think you left you.
Hey, do y'all see my keys? Hold on.
And that's another thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Jasmine is not nice to her children. Why would I want my children over to her house? Asia, I don't know what's going on with you, but I wouldn't want my children over to Jasmine's house. Did you agree to this? Just asking.
Merge onto State Highway 1 loop.
There you go. We're not doing that.
Let me drive. Would you like to drive?
Okay, so we have to cut the music down, obviously, y'all, because I don't want to get my channel nicked because this helper don't know how to put some decent music in that makes sense. So in the meanwhile, I can actually play my music while we listen to her. Would you like that? Yes, you would. Let me answer for you. Yes, you would like that. I'm gonna put that snake song on. We're gonna find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find me a girl. I got one. I got another one. I ain't doing snake song right now. Hold on, we'll do this one. Okay. I cut it down. I make it like a background music, okay? Okay. She got the boy like his stepfather, back to the hat to the back, like his step grandfather. He got that hat back to the back, y'all. She got Ava's dress look really cute. I don't know why Legendary couldn't got his haircut, but okay.
Birthplace. Oh, I got birthplace. I caught up. Oh, snap. I caught up. I didn't realize I caught up. Come on, Legend. Push harder, Legend, harder. Push harder. Push. Push, 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 push. Pop it.
That little girl bones. Jazz, you need to feed that baby. Woo, baby. That clock camera's too close.
Throw it. Knock him down. Aim at the clowns, Legend.
Don't you get it that children are tired of being filmed like dancing bears?
Almost.
Why does Ava always have to be babysitting and playing with Legendary? Like, she is a twin. You don't allow the twins to be twins.
Oh.
She is not her age bracket.
Oh. Good throw.
You always have to show the children from the back. Like, do you understand that this little girl is? I don't know what to tell her, heifer. I can't stand a hard-headed, stupid ass girl that don't know not to show this little girl. It's a pretty dress, it's cute, but I don't care what size she is. I don't know. I just don't understand why she always filming people from the back. It is annoying. We don't want to see the front either on some children. Like maybe she is growing stank some locks. She need to. At this point, she should. So she going to Dave and Buster and not eat right. And not eat right. Is she just going there to play boogie broke back butt? Yes, apparently. I think she's trying to prove some dumb ass point with not cutting a boy's hair. It really looks bad. Girl, what point do you think she's trying to prove? Well, Doctor, at least she is acknowledging them because she used to get mad when Philip wanted to do for Asia's kids. Okay. And now she has no choice but to accept it. Exactly. Yeah, but I wouldn't even want my children over her house. I would really be offended if he allowed my children to go. I could have sworn the girl said she didn't want her children over to Jasmine's house. Why are they there? Mm. So I guess Hannah the mama of all these children, right? That's what it seemed like. Am I right or am I wrong? Is Hannah the mother of all these children? Because that's what it feels like.
That's so pretty. I'm in a million. Yeah.
Press yellow.
Mom,
Hold the yellow button. Hold it down. Hold it.
let's go. Look at that.
Ready? Press yellow. Yellow, yellow. Press blue, press blue, press blue.
Say one thing positive. She got them out the house. She got them out the house finally. She got these damn kids out the house. So I mean, that's good. That part is good. But listen, if after we done went to Dave and Buster, baby, I'm not coming home and cooking. My husband tries to do that stuff. I be looking at him like, baby, we're not going home cooking, baby. We get ready to eat something here.
Keep pressing the blue button. Blue legend. Press them. Bro. There you go. Press both. Keep pressing them. Keep pressing them. Press up. You got a trophy. Good job.
I got 1,000. I got 1,000,000. I'm in a million.
Legend, you got first place. Press blue. Press blue.
These children played the game. We know that they Dave and Buster. Asia's children are with them. I could have sworn Asia said she didn't want them there, but yet Philip and Jasmine disregard what she said. Okay, so let's move on.
Ran out of gas. It triggered everything, bitch. It said.
Jasmine, we don't want to look at your belly. We don't want to look at them ugly fingers. We don't want to hear you. We don't care. Oh, please stop cooking.
Okay, y'all, we're back at home. I am cooking. I got some food in the
So you just have to mess up a video by digging up your nose. Okay.
oven, and I got the greens on the stove. My camera had died when I was cutting up the onions and bell
God.
peppers. I need to get my lid. Y'all, why
No.
did I think I could take a chance trying to make it to another exit? Because I was like, oh, gas is cheaper out this way, so let me try to make it.
Okay, so
Knowing that my gas light was on,
you are dumb.
I tried to take a chance.
No, wait a minute. Girl, I'm not taking no chance with no gas. Look, just put some damn gas in the car. Like some days, my husband just ain't. Some days I have to leave faster than he can go put the gas in the car. Some days, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just have to go buckle down before I go to one of my contracts. Sometimes I literally have to go and put gas in my car. Sometimes I just have to go and do that. And listen, it's not a big deal. I just stand at the pump the damn gas and keep it going. Sometimes it gives me more time in what I'm trying to do. So I'm like, cool, that gives me more time. And by the time I get to where I'm going, it detoxes me, and the energy because I'm like, I don't already want to get there on time any damn way. And so the gas is just holding me back from having to get there earlier than I wanted to. So girl, just put the dang on gas in the car and keep it moving. Like what is the big deal?
Right?
It's so cheap.
Ran out of
It's gonna be what it is, no matter what.
gas. It triggered everything, bitch. It said, you need an oil change, bitch. Go ahead and get an oil change. Luckily, that's why people, they like to talk shit. My car.
Because you don't know how to maintain the maintenance of the vehicles. At the end of the day, I gotta get an oil change in both of my vehicles. I know before I go out of town next week, I'm gonna have to get an oil change in a 2016 Cadillac. I know that I'm gonna have to do that. I know that I'm gonna do that. I know in my other Cadillac, my Cadillac truck, I know I'm gonna have to get the oil change in that vehicle. I know that when I get to St. Louis, I'm gonna have to take that Mustang and go get an oil change. I just know that because the car been sitting for a minute. I already know I'm gonna have to get an oil change in that vehicle. Duh.
Luckily, I have the whole roadside assistance and everything. I don't care if I do have a car, no, baby. All that stuff come in handy. And I got my
But you should.
shout out to them because I ended up getting my.
But you should care about having a car note because that would have been prevented had you handled that title long, had you have been paying on that and taking care of it. You can get your credit together. You are at an age now where you can get your credit together. Maybe eventually, while you're on, allegedly, they said you're on Section 8. So allegedly, while you're receiving Section 8, you do know that they do have programs that you can basically get you can get a house on Section 8. You can get your own house, not paying someone's rent all the time, but you can get your own house. And even when we have houses, when we own property, some people still pay rent somewhere, but they still have properties that is generating a certain amount of money. In some cases, the housing market may not be the best in some cases, but if you're on Section 8, they will pay for your stuff, and the money that you pay for the Section 8 you could get on your mortgage. And you're at a nice age. You're not young anymore. You're not a spring chicken. It shows on your face. It shows in your energy. You are not a you are a grown woman now. And at this point in time, you're not a spring chicken. You could actually get using that Section 8 to go buy you a house and getting your credit together. Also, well, not in that order, but backwards, what I said. You can go get your credit together by you buy a car that can also help to rise your credit. Maybe you using that for that purpose, but you're thinking because you're paying a car note that you're better than others. I peeped that about you. You think you're better than others, but you're not. You are kind of a little midway backwards here, a little bit. Let's go.
I got some gas. Bitch, I ran out of gas on the way back home. Baby, I was really tripping, thinking I can make it. Who was like, why am I taking chances?
All you have to do is click on your car. The car has an area where it'll tell you whether or not you're in a position of getting gas. You know what I mean? Whether or not you have a certain hour, a certain mileage of timing, or whether or not you can make it at the next gas to the next gas station. You got all those children in car. It made no dang on sense for you not to run out of gas. It just made no sense. It was just dumb for you to do that, considering that you had all of those children in the car. It is dangerous anyway. And for a female, I don't care whether it's night or dark, day or night, it does not matter. It's still dangerous to be running out of gas when all you have to do is take your dumb self because you trying to be cheap. You're not being cheap. When Chris was there, you sure was buying them teleports. You're not cheap with buying them cigarettes and buying vaping and stuff. You're not cheap with buying all that wine that you got. You're not cheap when you buy them little ugly outfits. You get the worst out. She ain't got some nice stuff, if you really look. But you buy the ugliest outfits that they have. You do. What you
And I got 5 kids in the car, baby. They was irritated because it was hot. Mind you, we're in Texas. And today,
the second thing is, the heifer don't won't put the air conditioner on. She'll rather have the car because she's so cheap. I mean, I'm not rolling in no car. Just like Olivia rolling from rolling five cities or 10 cities away from where she stay at with no air conditioning. You a dummy. I'm not going nowhere without no air conditioning in no vehicle. If I gotta go without air conditioning in the vehicle, then I'm not going. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not going and sit in nobody's car without no air conditioning unless it's a Mustang convertible. Okay. Now, if you got a Mustang convertible and you raised and you wanna experience that, but I don't even want to do that. You know why? Because of bugs. outside bugs. But I'm just saying, why you sitting in the hot car?
it was hot. My car was registering at 105 degrees when we were sitting on the side of the road. But luckily they came, got back home. Tomorrow I'm about to go get an oil change, but made it back home, got this in the oven, got the greens on the stove. I'm about to make the hot dogs because we got some impatient ones, the little ones more so. And they did eat a little bit of something there. They ate some wings. They had some wings and fries. But that stuff at Dave & Buster's is expensive.
So it sounds like you wasted a lot of time. Number one, you could have just ate at Dave & Buster's. Like everybody said, you could have got ordered some pizza. They could have ate some pizza. And then you could have brought your little stinking tail back to your house. It just don't make no sense that you would go and do all of that. It makes no sense. You wasting time. You wasting time. You wasting money. Then if somebody had to come and pick you up, or you had to pay for AAA, that's a cost. Duh. When you could just put gas in your car before you left instead of worried about how cheap the gas was. Gas is expensive everywhere. Hello, dummy.
I knew I was cooking, baby. So with that being said, I'm about to finish cooking their food. Probably watch me some Netflix and chill. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. All right, so we're outside. The kids about to light up some fireworks.
Watch out. And nobody. This is not exciting at all. This is always and always will be, always and forever will be a waste time and of me. Watching you play with your children is not exciting. And I know tomorrow you'll still be the same. Jasmine, you don't have a lot of love for yourself ever. Jasmine, you won't always love you. You just love Chris and he don't love you back. It's over. It's over now. Chris treated you so bad. It's over now. Hey, hey. I'm just playing. I'm just being silly. Jasmine, these are all jokes. These are all jokes. It's just what. Okay, we're not gonna listen to this. Right? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, so we're not gonna watch them pop fireworks. We're not doing that. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, let's move on to the next video. All right, so she basically popped firecrackers. Woohoo, big deal. Woohoo, big deal morning. Is that boy up?
No.
Okay. Woohoo, big deal. Let's move on to the next thing. A day in the life. Okay, let's watch that real quick. We're not doing the intro. We're not gonna do that. That is not exciting. I don't care. I don't know why she don't do it. Oh Lord. Oh God. Please help me. Please help me get some life. Please help me with my energy. Woo. Jasmine, you knock kneed, you slew footed. Why you walking as if you are, I don't know, like you bow legged? Not bow legged. Non bow legged people kill me. I'm bow legged. I don't like it. It's not. It's not. It's not that. It's not. It's just not. It's just my legs didn't come out right. She trying to make herself be knock knee. I mean, bow legged because she knock knee and slew footed. Girl, which is making her walk like she got something stuck up her butt. It's weird. And I don't know, she look like a mental patient. Why does she always wake up and open up the curtains and shit? Just like turn the damn lights on. Like, it's too early in the morning. I can't deal with this I can't deal with this mental. I can't deal with this. This is too early in the morning for me to be dealing with. What is that?
I have a lot of dishes to sink. I need to take them downstairs, outside, get them some food. But like, I have dishes for days. I just kind of let everything go. My kitchen, everything is a mess. It's a mess in here. So I'm gonna take them out real quick, and then.
I mean, just say your house is just disorganized. I mean, mine's is too. I'm working on it today. I got goals to get. Me and my husband gonna do a big house clean. I'm just trying to get these clothes washed up, and then I'm gonna do a house clean today and do some organizing in my business and get my eyelashes tinted today. I mean, golly, like your house is just disorganized. It happens. It happens. But the problem is, you're a stay-at-home mom. When you're a stay-at-home mom, it's no excuses. I have a job. I have a business, and that's what happens. You are a stay-at-home mom, and it's just no reason for this. It's just really no reason for this. But it is what it is. I mean, who am I to tell you what you should be doing with your house? We can clearly see your house is disorganized. It happens. As long as it's not trifling. But disorganization happens when you have children. But it just kind of makes it difficult in your situation is because the fact that you are a stay-at-home mom. When I think about stay-at-home mom, my house was much more neater and nicer and spick and span because I was always at home versus me working and versus me doing my business. It makes a big difference. Oh, that's your phone. I thought that was mine. All right, let's go.
and start these dishes. All right, so I took Johnny outside. He's eating his food right now, and I'm about to head upstairs and pick up some trash out downstairs. Head upstairs and go start these dishes. I'm gonna clean up a little bit because it's a whole mess in here. It's been, in a way, I don't know. So I open up the windows to let in some fresh air. I always say not to light and change
For those listening, I know you're wondering why it's going so fast. Well, I sped it up because you can only take Jasmine in volumes, right? I enjoy looking at Jasmine more so when it's fast. I'm going to slow it down just a tad bit so we can see, but I did have to speed it up a tad bit, okay? Let's go.
the mood of things. So I'm letting in natural light to change my mood. Hopefully it helps because like my mood, I just been kind of in like a funk or something, but we're gonna figure it out and get back to our regular everyday vlogging. And
A lot of hair. You got a big old head, and that's a lot of hair for that head. That's a lot of hair. You got to work on that. You should have used some of that on your children hair and had your children hair fixed up.
so I wanted to vlog all every day this month. So I gotta go ahead and start these dishes so we can. I feel like when your house is messy, it also can put you in that little form of depression.
I think Chris being with you ruined you as far as on the terms of black and energy. That's Nathaniel's food right there. That's his food right there. Okay. No, I'm just letting you know. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I think he ruined you. I think he made you feel like not having your natural hair to be shown or insisting that you have long hair. I think that ruins you. It's nothing wrong with short hair. It's nothing wrong with long hair. It's about having healthy hair. It's about you having healthy hair. And if you have alopecia or whatever the case is, and that's not the case for you, but you have damaged split ends that are horribly split because you won't take the time to get your ends clipped because you're worried about your hair being a certain height. And it's because of that man has like really messed up your head in that regard. Let's see what you're talking about in these comments. So let's read some of your comments. Let's see right here. Paying for them shots and taking phenamine at the same time, dumbass. Okay. Y'all tell people how y'all really feel. And Jasmine don't need no house with no 3 floors. Because remember, she couldn't smell the rotten meat. Ugh. Oh my God. In the freezer. Girl, let me click on that. I can't see. Hold on. Y'all know I can't see. Hold on. At the bottom floor. Girl, she had rotten meat. No, I don't remember that. She had rotten meat in the refrigerator. Wow. Jasmine used the excuse of her depression. And my mother always said excuses are only good for those who make them. Right? She gets overwhelmed by the junk that she puts off. Right? She needs to just start taking care of them while and then she's overwhelmed. Okay. She didn't what? Let me see. You said Charlie Brown over Other Rush. What, girl? Y'all crazy. Did you? Are y'all calling a little boy Charlie Brown? Y'all. I thought he was more Linus. Y'all talking about because he had a blockhead. Is that why y'all call him Charlie? I ain't call it blockhead. That's what y'all called him. I didn't call him blockhead. Y'all did. They do not come no selfish, right? Slowness in Jasmine. Exactly. She would never put her kids first. Yep, and she won't now. And she won't start now.
And so let's get cleaning.
So she wasting coffee, don't flippity coffee. That's another thing. I don't want to see her. She always making coffee. Oh my God. She does the same thing. Only thing she did change up, y'all. She did put the children. She did put the She did take the children to Dave and Buster. So that's something different for her, right? Hmm.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with.
Okay, let me pause this. I was gonna say something to my stepdaughter. I forgot. Anyway, it'll come back. I forgot. I forgot. It was. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay. How many more videos are we gonna watch her put dishes in the? What is that on her arm? What is that? Are you okay, Jasmine? Oh my God, I'm concerned. What is that on her arm? Let me take a picture of that. Let me see what that is. Is that broken vessels in her arm? Oh my God, Jasmine, you need to go to the doctor. What is that on your arm? Oh my God, Jasmine, are you okay? I know you're gonna say Dr. A. You just look. You talking about her arms? Look at her face, and don't say that. Don't try to say that. Already, we know. You know she got acne. Bless her heart. She got acne. She can't help. She can't help it. Well, she don't want to help. Okay. Yeah, Jasmine, you letting yourself get too big. You got to get in there. You got to get in on that weight loss, and not just taking those shots. Those shots are only gonna do so much. You have to get out there. You have to stop just going to the gym and sitting in the sauna room. You got to actually go and work out. Don't that make sense to you? Don't you think it's great to work out? Yay. Girl, she loved Timu, boy. She loved going to Timu, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If that's what she want to do, but you gotta, if you're gonna do all that, then you gotta get your children some clothes or something. Get their hair done. We're only gonna watch so much of this. I can't watch this flat-footed bear walk. And he old enough to vacuum himself. He don't need your help. He is old enough. Why you disabling these children? Mm-mm-mm. Boy, these mothers be killing me. They try to get these SSI check for these children. They'll try to get SSI check. They'll try to go get child support is new SSI check for some of these moms. These moms don't be taking care of these children. They take that SSI check. It's so stereotypical. People like her, they'll take that SSI that child support check. You know what they'll do? They'll do something whatever it is. They'll go get their hair done before they do something for their children. Don't make no sense. That's why I think it need to be laws with that. Like if you get paid child support, I really believe that they should make you have to prove where you spent the money, and it has to be on the child. That's what has to happen. It don't make no sense. It's worse than welfare. That's what they replacing welfare with is child support. And don't get twisted. I think if you have children, you should pay child support. If your child is not in the home with you, you should send money to the other parent. Now, I'm not gonna act like child support is a bad thing. I just think that it should be regulated a little bit more. That's all. Let's go.
I just have to go upstairs and vacuum. Legend's gonna help me vacuum his room, but yeah, let's go upstairs and get this. We're just trying to get everything back in order and get back to our regular.
Go get your eyebrows professionally done. You see how one eyebrow is up and the other eyebrow is down? That means I don't know. I don't know if you or maybe your head is one maybe once well it's true. Actually one side of your body is bigger than the other side. Trust me when I tell you this is medically for a fact. Some body parts some sides maybe a little just a little bit in some cases it's a little bit and some maybe a larger amount, okay, but maybe one side of her head is bigger than the other, and maybe her eyes are bigger than the other, and one is larger, and maybe her eyelashes grow like that. Maybe that's what it is. But if that is the case, all you have to do is make this one over here, or maybe you should stop raising your eyebrows when you do it. I don't know. Heck, I don't know. He is a mixture of Charlie Brown and airliners. Y'all are stupid. You said Charlie Brown and Linus. I am so tired when I speak words into my phone. It spelled them wrong. That's okay. I can't see, so we're even. Okay. Um, hold on, girl. StreamYard is doing so much. Hold on. Let me pull out the comments again. Okay. All right, new comments. Right, the eyebrows is effed. That's what it is. Well, I don't know. I'm just how you doing, Latoy? Right, she needs microblading. Girl, I'm gonna either do microblading, or what is that other one called? Microblading. Um, the tinning, I do the tinning right now. I like the tinning, but what I don't like for the tinning is doesn't last as long as I would like it to. It lasts somewhat from 2 weeks to three. Um, what is that other one called? Microblading in the tattoo eyebrows. I forgot. That's not the same thing. Microblading the tattoo eyebrows. I forgot they call it. I forgot what they call it, but nevertheless, I'm going to get one of those. And I'm telling you, it's well worth it. I know you still. I would still have to get my eyebrows waxed with that, but that would be every 2 weeks or once a month or so. Um, I can't see your comments for some reason. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I have to bring this down. Okay. Okay, hold on. She's like trying to do her eyes like the rock. I get mine's waxed. Yeah, I was getting mine's waxed. I think over the years my eyebrows have gotten thinner because of the waxing. Also, I don't think that they do them the best way. When I was getting my eyebrows done, so I think I'm going to start doing the microblading, or no, not the microblading, the tattoo ones. I'm not sure will be the best fit for me, but I'm gonna get one of those so it could be less expensive. It's just when you get your eyebrows waxed, it becomes expensive after a certain period of time, you know. But yeah, she does kind of hold her eyebrows like that. I don't know. Can I? I don't want to say this. This is gonna be really mean. I don't mean no harm. Okay, well I'm here to say it's gonna be really, really bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It's gonna sound mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. I promise you. I don't know. Jasmine seemed like that she might have alcohol syndrome or something. Maybe her mama drank or something when she had her. I don't know. She looks a little, she looks like she like was almost, well, I don't want to say that. I that would be taking it too far. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say she looks like she have alcohol syndrome. Like she really does. And it doesn't help that she drinks a lot now. Every time you see her, you see either she has a vape up her shoved up her mouth or she has some alcohol drinking.
Other stuff, but I kind of want to change because y'all be hot in my nightgown.
Okay, I did it.
Okay, come on.
Woo.
Okay, that's it.
Right back in.
Well, I think she is doing a better job at keeping the house somewhat together, but she's a stay-at-home mom. You just kind of think a little bit more of her, wanting to see her do a little bit more. Oh, I got to cut that off, y'all, because this vacuuming,
Imagine being able to build
that
anything.
machine, that's loud for me. I can't handle that right now. It makes a difference when you're not vacuuming. If you're vacuuming, it's all good. If you're not, why you let these children eat in the room? That is so annoying. I hate when children eat in the room. That bothers me. He's big enough. He can do that himself. Why are you doing it for him? Let him do it himself. He can't brush his teeth himself. He can't put his clothes on himself. You do everything for this little joker. This little joker need to get it out the mud like everybody else. And then he always in the way. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ugh. Whew. You know what? If she's doing that, then she can let him do the little stuff. He can do the little stuff. Girl, this is not even a bed. This is like a table and a mattress. Not even a mattress, like some covers put together. Like a, what do you call that? A pallet. This is a pallet on the table. You ready to go? You ready to go? Okay. All right, that's sweet. You got work today? Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you later. Be safe.
I have to do laundry, but I kind of want to get my. I still got this box sitting over here. I have not organized my desk at all, and so there's still stuff sitting on top of the desk, on the side. So I'm gonna kind of organize it, make it look a little bit presentable since it's in the open area. But yeah, I made Legend help clean his room because any paper that was in there is in the trash because baby, I don't like when they bring paper home from school, and it's usually Ava. They just rip.
Okay, so what you do is you develop some rules here to stop them from eating in their room. You develop some rules here to make sure that they clean up their own room. See, part of the problem is you allow Legendary to go in and tear up everybody's room because you're not really watching him because you're always asleep. I don't know how a mom who is a who is a stay at home mom, why she doesn't get rest. She should be the most well rested person in the world because you're at home and you have time enough to go to sleep. Like with me, I don't get any sleep. The last time I told y'all when I woke up, I've been up since like 12 midnight. Because you know why? Because I worked all night the night before. I didn't get off work last Thursday. Well, excuse me, Friday morning at 2:30, close to 3:30 in the morning. Okay, and then I couldn't go right to bed because I had to work out. And then after me working out, I couldn't go right to sleep because I had to make sure my son ate breakfast. I had to make sure he ate lunch. And I couldn't go to bed right then and there. At some point, I did take a little bit of nap once he got done with lunch. And I did a 30-minute nap and then I had to wake back up. And then once I knew my husband was coming home, I went to bed at about 3 o'clock. Once I knew he was coming home, I talked with him. I talked to my son. My son came in there with me and watched them. Well, attempted to watch a movie. Then I fell asleep. And once my husband got here, within 30 minutes of the time that I fell asleep. Okay, and I'm telling you, I slept the rest of that day. Okay, and I woke up at midnight. But I'm just saying, I have a job and I am a business entrepreneur. And at some point, I have to go to my business today. And I still have to come. I have to clean up here. I don't have any dishes in the sink though. I'm washing clothes. My goal right now is washing all of these clothes up. Once I wash all of my clothes up, then I'm gonna start getting ready. I'm talking to you all at the same time. I'm making money. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get ready. I'll get my son ready. By the time my husband get back from doing one of our a property that we own, he's doing some work there. Once he gets done doing that, then I'm gonna clean up midway. I'm gonna do some straightening up, at least downstairs. Okay, we're gonna get downstairs clean, and then the rest I'll do later. Within the past 2 days, within the next 2 days, we will have our house clean. That's what we're gonna do. But damn, because my husband work, I work, both work full time jobs, and we have businesses as well. So we are not gonna be able to keep the cleanest house of them all right now until we get everything settled. Then y'all know I still clean out my father's house. This don't make no sense. She's a stay at home mom. She does not have a job, y'all. She barely, all she does is roll out of bed looking like shit. She's not combing her hair. She's not brushing her teeth. She don't even comb and brush the other children's hair. Okay? Do Jasmine look like? Yeah, she always look like she just woke up, girl. She always look like that. You agree? She do. You know her fingers are awkward. Exactly. She did her own. Exactly. That's why it looked like you do. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You agree with me, Nicola? Mm-mm-mm. I'm truly trying to understand what Christina seeing Jasmine. Most friends have things in common. Dr. A, do you think it is? I don't think that they're friends for real. I think it's fake. I think Chrissy trying to get her numbers back up. I think Chrissy is out of the algorithm and she thinks by hooking up back up with Jasmine that they will place her back in the algorithm. Because Jasmine still is in the algorithm. Is everybody watching her? Is she getting many views? No. She's still not getting enough, but Jasmine has the stable amount of views. Jasmine's had the same amount of views for the past 2 to 3 years now, right? Jasmine probably received more views when they was all together and when she was with Chris. But her views have not risen, but it has not gone backward. It's still the same. It's still the same bullshit views that she been had. To be honest, with the last couple of years. She's had 1 to 2 point K video views, and she's had like 2 point something, close to 3K. When she talks about Olivia, then you'll probably see him rise up, or if she's having some type of conflict or drama, then we'll see it rise up. But that's pretty much it. So that's, but she's still more popping than Chrissy is on the terms of YouTube. We're not talking on the terms of real life, we're talking on terms of YouTube. But these are the same individuals. They all dramatic. They all have nothing going on, including Christina. Christina ain't got shit going on either. Let's just be honest. Okay, somebody got to have a mental problem to have all them goddamn kids and not. Well, just Chrissy the same person. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. I don't. I'm not a person that'll tell you to be like, oh well. I think Chrissy's better. I don't. I don't think Chrissy's no better than Jasmine. Unfortunately, Legendary is old enough to dress himself. I said that earlier, and I definitely agree with that. He's definitely old enough to brush his own damn teeth. Right? She's definitely old enough to lay his clothes out and get him dressed. Well, yeah, all she has to do is lay his clothes out and he can dress himself. I mean, goddamn. When my son was that age, he was dressing himself. My son been dressing himself. How you doing, Tangela Smangela? She's definitely needs to put Legendary in therapy, right? Exactly, before he gets too old. Right. Aiden is doing wonderful. To me, Aiden is the MVP in the house. Aiden is doing way better than all of them put together. And that's a damn shame. I mean, not yeah, Aiden is the best one. And he was like supposedly the most problematic child in the house, quote unquote. But he's actually doing better than Caitlin. Aiden is not, you don't hear Aiden not getting up here talking about he like girls or boys. Aiden is talking about the football. Aiden is talking about what he has learned. Aiden is talking about the food. Aiden is talking about sports. Aiden is a typical child of his age, to be honest. Everybody else is everywhere on the terms of mentality wise, mental. The conversations that she has with these other children should not even be considered. Like, listen, we're not going to be talking about what you get for a Valentine's Day. Number one, I don't even buy Valentine's Day cards. Number one, we don't even celebrate that. Number two, I damn sure if to be buying my child no Valentine's Day card to be given to the opposite sex or the same sex for that matter. That's not getting ready to happen because that's the last thing we're going to be worried about. Okay, that's the last thing that we are worried about as a family is over actualizing our children, and that don't make no damn sense. Okay, AJ is way more advanced than him. AJ runs circles around Stanker, but AJ got some mental issues too that we don't always like. Now he can speak better than him. That's about it. He can speak better than him, but he is really mean to those children. He is really mean when them children come around. When when Chrissy's older children come around, he's hitting on them. When that little girl, when his little sister is there, well, she's always there. He's hitting on her, and every time you turn around, somebody is coming over to Olivia's house to hit on that little boy. That little boy got some mental issues, in my humble opinion. I don't think he's no better. I just think that he speaks clearer. We can understand AJ a lot better than we can uh, uh, what's this little boy, Legendary. But to be honest with you, AJ's reverting back. The only time you really know that Aiden is, I mean, not Aiden, AJ is can speak a little bit better is when he's around Olivia's mother, and that's an unfortunate. But I wouldn't let her raise a dog because she didn't raise. She let her daughter drop out in junior high, and I explained it to me. She didn't say, "Well, I'm a homeschooler." She didn't say, "Well, I'm gonna put her on online school," or she's gonna be, have some other alternative school. No, she let her drop out. Who the fuck lets their child drop out in junior high? You gotta be something gotta be wrong with you, and something gotta be wrong with your daughter. And the fact that Olivia is still stuck in junior high school age, that's why her mentality is the way she is the way it is because she's still stuck in that grade that she wasn't allowed to understand and have common sense. It's just some shit that a person should understand as a young as a oh, Olivia's not even a young lady. These hoes is old. Let's start there. I don't think he hears very well either. He probably should, probably because she yells at him every 5 minutes. I thank you. Let everybody know. Hit the like. Tell them again. Hit the like. Okay. Right, she has Medicaid, and Medicaid will pay for special needs services that the little boy needs to do by him. Exactly. Okay. Really, Dr. A, I don't think Christina know better than Jasmine. Wow. I do think that Christina take better care of her kids. Girl, I don't know. I don't know about that. Wow. I respect your opinion. I really do. I respect all of you all's opinion. I don't know that she take better care than of her children than Jasmine does. I don't know that. I mean, maybe back in the day, I could say when she first came to the platform, you would really see her investing in braiding their hair, combing it, taking care of it. And they would wear the little twins that have on the same kind of outfits. You'll see them looking, really a lot nicer and things like that. But the older they get, I don't necessarily know about that, right? But somebody, comparing anybody to Jasmine is not saying much, right? Right? Because while we have to keep in mind that Jasmine don't do shiggity, right? So seeing that Jasmine doesn't do shiggity, somebody comparing her to somebody else that does a little something, I guess you could consider that better. But I don't know if she does or not. I necessarily wouldn't say that because Jasmine, Jasmine's there at home with her children. Well, legendary. Not necessarily because Philip have my other children all the time. But Chrissy don't be really bothered with them children. Chrissy, when Chrissy's not in a relationship, she catches flights a lot. And when Chrissy is in a relationship, she's always out and about with them. Now, over the when she do film, we do see the children going on different type of trips. So she has taken her children here recently. Within the last 2 years, we have saw Chrissy taking the children on staycations or vacays and stuff like that. We have seen a little bit of that. We've seen Philip take the children on trips and things like that because she forces Maya to be the cameraman and the videographer. So we have saw that, but we have yet to see. I can't necessarily say I cannot. Um, I cannot honestly look in the mirror or come to this platform, and that's fine. Walk, you please express yourself in the way that you need to, and whatever your opinion is, I value it. I promise, I value everybody's opinion in here. But what I'm saying is, me personally, I can't say that I would feel like that. I can't say that she takes better care of her children. I don't think none of them do. I'm sorry. Now, if you did a comparison, I would rather listen. Here's the thing. I would rather say that I would say Jasmine and Chrissy take better care of their children versus Olivia. I will say that, but that's not saying a lot. That's not saying a lot. I don't necessarily know that to be true. Is what all I'm saying. I think within the last recent years, I think Chrissy. This is my opinion. I think that the older that the children get, the less Chrissy or in caring of how the children look or how they're doing per se. I think that she's more focused on getting meat. I believe that she's more focused on getting meat because for somebody if that didn't have a mental problem would not always be getting evicted out of houses every 5 minutes. And then a person who doesn't have a mental problem would always be living beyond their means. You know what I'm saying? Like Chrissy obviously can't afford, and it's just my opinion, cannot afford to stay in some of these houses that she rents out. But that word on the curve she do CBN, and I've never heard of that until a lot of these reactors. I can't remember who point was the first person pointing out, but whoever it is, I give you credit. I can't remember. But nevertheless, I have noticed that, she's not very cognizant of, getting these places instead of getting somewhere she could obviously afford. And then not only that, why not buy a vehicle? Somebody has to have a mental problem or something has to be wrong with them to not buy a vehicle to fit all of your damn children. Now, You're the one that cocked open your legs and decided, oh, I want this amount of children. So I don't care if you were younger, you still said cognitively that you wanted these amount of children. And because you have had this amount of children, then you should be responsible or the responsible adult enough to buy a vehicle that would house or fit all of your children in it. Also, you should get a housing that will fit all of your children in adequate rooms where they're not stuffed like sardines. But whatever. Like, okay. But anyway, let's continue.
Rip it up, tear it up, making paper everywhere. So I did promise him to get some ice cream, and I was taking him outside and let him eat his ice cream and enjoy the sun, because he did do a good job cleaning up. You gotta reward your kids when they do stuff good. But I'm gonna go ahead and organize my desk, and I'm going to charge you guys while I'm organizing it so that I can have a little charge because we're about to die. It is, what that phone said, it's 2:48. Time went by so fast. Oh my God, it's cleaning. But it smells good in here.
Please stop the father timing over here. We don't give a damn about what time it is. We don't care. It does not matter. It's either daytime, nighttime, evening time, afternoon. Okay. You don't have to always tell us what time it is. Sometimes we don't have to know what time it is. Sometimes just by it not being dark outside, by the lighting could indicate to us or the sunshine because you always open up the curtains because you don't cut the lights on in your home, which is ridiculous to me. But because you open up all of the freaking curtains for everybody to see inside of your house, it lets us know what time around about what time, whether it's evening, morning, or afternoon. We understand that because just judged about the light in your house coming from the outside, we understand. So you don't have to tell us what time it is. Thank you. Please and thank you.
I love a clean house. So much better. I swear it helps your mood a lot when your house is clean. Whenever you're in some kind of funk, whatever the case may be, it helps a lot. Trust me. I'm gonna get this house. I'm gonna go ahead and edit it.
Stop telling us things that we already know. Yes, that is obvious. When your house is clean, it's less stressful in your head. It's less going on in your head. And that's the reason why I have to get focused. It helps you to focus more when your home is clean. That's why I have to get my father's house all the way cleaned out. But it's slowly but surely coming together. That's why I have to get all this paperwork and all this estate work going. My head is everywhere because I have not gotten that to where I need. It's coming along, but I am impatient. But it is coming along. I have to admit that a lot of stuff is already in my name. I'm still working toward that. I have to go through this. I have to go through probate and all this. Well, no, I don't. I have to go through something else. Not probate because I have a will and things like that. So I'm just saying that certain things that I have to go through that I'm still working through, right? But when your home is not in order, like my business, I got to do my business. It's not dirty or anything like that, but I have to reorganize my business. I have to take this here, I have to take this there. My home is not nasty. I don't know bugs, I don't know roaches, but it's disorganized, right? I have no dishes in the sink. I don't have dirt in the tub. I don't have dirt on the toilet bowl. Those are clean. I just have to put the mats down, to mop the bathroom, put the mats down. The toilet's cleaned out. The sink is cleaned out. None of that. It just has to be organized. And I have to mop the kitchen. I have to clean the refrigerator out. Clean the kitchen. Clean the refrigerator out. Things like that. You know what I mean? The stove is cleaned out. It's certain things that have to be organized. Certain things have to be clean. Certain things have to be organized. Certain things don't need to be clean, but it has to be organized. You know what I mean? So of course you're gonna feel good if your house. Once my house get out of the way, like the way I like it, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's normal. That's a part of the game. We already know that, Jasmine. We told you that a long time ago about keeping your house clean, which is partly why you was in a shiggity mood and why you were oozing your children because you was not happy because your house was disgusting because you were disgusting because you didn't wash your egg and you still don't wash your egg. Judging by you taking dry showers, I would never forget the time when you took a dry shower. But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
I organize my desk and then I'm gonna come back to y'all. Over here, stand up.
Okay, so why he can't get lotion and put on his goddamn legs himself? And why does his hair look like that? Girl, he do look like James Evans. You should have named him James Evans. Is what you should have never called this little boy legendary. He should have been named James Evans Jr. JJ. it had AJ
Check
and
this out.
JJ.
This is how I can afford.
See, this is why I don't like saying certain things. I said something about that Jeep. Now they putting the Jeep on TV on the channel, y'all. And it is that car is a Jeep Wrangler. That's what's funny. And it looks much nicer than that. But girl, I ain't paying no 100, no 1,000 for no damn car. Like that other car. It's like no bad, girl. You didn't put nothing. Where is the lotion coming from? It's nothing on her hand. It is nothing on her hand. Oh my god.
Put that down.
You know how humiliating that is? This is why Chris won't claim this little boy. I'm just gonna be honest, Jasmine. Let's talk about it. Do you understand? This is partly the reason why Chris don't want to claim this boy. He did not want you to have his child because he know your ass is slow, and he know he and not that he's the brightest crayon in the box either, because he's not either. He's just as illy formed, if not close. He's just as illy formed as Philip. He got a little bit more. I don't think he has much sense than Philip. I think he was one of them cats that was a bum and he just was an athlete and women thought he was going to possibly he had a potential maybe go to NBA. I'm not saying he was going. I said they probably thought in their mind that he had a potential to go to the NBA and they thought they was going to join on to getting that NBA allegedly NBA money. And that's the reason why the women got with him. So now that he's in the he works for the state or whatever for the for federal or whatever. Then now people are looking at a paycheck. They like, look, I can juice this man for his money, and he can be juiced. Don't think he can't be juiced now, you ladies. That's a whole nother conversation. But baby, don't think you can't get no money about it, Chris, because you can get some money about it, Chris. But that would not be a hard buy. Look at him. Okay. But once Jasmine, he knew he did not want this child because he knew he was gonna come out and something was not gonna be right. You know what I mean? And that has to be talked. That has to be shown. And that's what it is, Jasmine. And the little guy, unfortunately, he got some issues and that's just what it is. I mean, we're just speaking real over here. The little boy got issues. I mean, hell, you do. You know what I mean? What you expect? So anything that come out your puss, it'll be a miracle that they don't have any type of issues, or the issues that they have won't be somewhat worked out. That's just it. But you have to question and ask yourself, like, why? You know what I'm saying? And then you turn around, you decide to have this little boy, so it is what it is. But yet you won't make this man pay child support. You won't make him stand up. He's not. You can't. But then you can't force a man to be in a little boy's life. And then you try to act like he's in his life. He is not in his life. That's where we're gonna start there. Let's go. He's just not. Chris is just not. He is not what he envisioned any of his children to be like. Even with Paris, he's. I'm sure deep now he just knows that. Oh girl, how you doing, Medusa? Medusa, hey girl, hey girl. He knows that. He knows that Medusa's gonna somewhat take care of this child. She knows that not only does he know that she's gonna take care of the little girl, but Medusa actually does have a support system, right? She has her parents, her family, her siblings, etc. They have a whole support system where she is at. So even whether Medusa moved here or moved there, her parents are going to definitely make sure that she is taken care of. They're going to know that her children are taken care of, regardless of whether the fathers are there or not. Her family is going to kick in, regardless of whether Medusa can do it or not do it. She has a support system. It's obvious that she has a support system. Duh, hello. And I'm just saying that so Chris not really worried about because he knows that Medusa has a support system. He knows LaKenya make some decent money. He knows LaKenya is going to take care of his boys, right? And so again, he knows Paris is a pretty girl. He knows that his twin boys are handsome guys. He knows that they're going to be taken care of. He knows that there are any problems, whether they have they need tutoring or whether or not they have any signs of anything that may potentially be wrong with them. He knows that these two mothers are going to make an attempt to go ahead and get them evaluated and get worked on and expeditiously. Unfortunately, Another thing he does know and he knows about you is that you're not, because he watched you and how you treated your other children. He knows the type of mother you was or is, because he lived with you for a period of time. Now he wasn't there that whole time, so let's be clear about that. He was more there during COVID, and then the other part of COVID he left. He left you before this little boy was even born, and he did not come back to that house, which is why he said he was happy for you. Okay, so he already knew once you said you was pregnant, he did not want a child by you because he knew you were slow and you're slower than him. Yes, you are. And Chris should be ashamed of himself for being with you because he knows you slow. He knows you have some type of mental problem. He knows that you need a manager. Okay. And he knows that you need somebody to help you to go to the next level with your life. You need a manager. You don't have any social intelligence. People can't say or tell you can't take constructive criticism. The more someone tries to give you constructive criticism, or they try to tell you something, you don't want to hear it. You know why? Because you slow and you can't take what someone's telling you. And sometimes people do try to be funny, and sometimes you should, when you're having a conversation with somebody, you should, sometimes if you feel like they're trying to be funny, you ask them, hey, are you trying to be funny? You know what I mean? You don't even do that. The first thing you do is you automatically feel that they are. And it could really be reaching out to you. They could be like, listen, Jasmine, I think that you should do this, Jasmine. You sound like a pretty decent person. I think you should do this. Jasmine will still snap on them. Why? Because Jasmine doesn't lack communicative skills. She does not know how to communicate to people. She lacks responsibility. She lacks atonement. She lacks accountability. She doesn't have the foresight to take accountability for things that she's done in her past or the future or even in the present. And that's partly what's wrong. And the reason why she can't take responsibility, it's not just because she's in denial, it's because she has a mental defect, because she has a mental issue, and her mom unfortunately did not prepare her for the world. Hell, Cheryl don't have it fucking all, but that's just my opinion. Sorry, Cheryl, we're around the same age. I can speak frank. Thank
All right. All right. Put this up, and then we're gonna leave here in a second. He is really pressed about this ice cream, y'all. So I told him I was gonna take him to get some ice cream. So I already finished doing what I need to do on the computer, and I cleaned up over here. For the most part, everything's pretty much clean and organized. So I'm gonna get my.
Jasmine, you have nothing to prove to us. You don't have to prove to us that your house is clean. Your house is way cleaner. It does make a difference. It does look better than how you used to keep it. Yes, you're in a different space. You know that if you don't keep that house clean, you're going to get clowned on social media. So you finally pick that cue up. You know that if you don't do what you need to do as far as that house is concerned, you're going to get clowned, and you're going to get visitors for people that you don't want to get visitors from. And I'm not talking about someone doxing you. I'm talking about the powers that be. You know that that's going to be a problem, and you have been told that not just through social media, but through allegedly they have told you to get your house together, and you've had a plan of action or a recommendation list that the caseworkers have given you. Okay, and I do feel like you need caseworkers. I really do feel like you need caseworkers, and I really feel like that they should press you. The where you getting those food stamps that they should press you on who the father is, so he can provide adequate help for you to be able to take care of those children. And you should not be receiving food stamps. You should be forced to make those fathers pay child support. That's what should happen, because you're another one that's wasting taxpayers' money in your area. But let's go.
Hold on, let me pour this out. I do need to take the trash out. I'll do that when we come back home. Pour this coffee out. Some trash.
What you should do today. I had trash from last night. I did. My husband did put the groceries up, so I had some things that need to be thrown out. Not only did I have things that need to be thrown out, but I had from the refrigerator, and I also had things that I had to take out of my room. Like I had boxes. I had some stuff delivered here. I had some stuff because, like I said, I'm going through a state. I had to throw away here. So my husband, guess what? My husband, before he left to go to one of our properties, you know what he had to do? He had to take the trash out. You understand what I'm saying? So why put off today what you could? Why put off something today that you feel like you could do tomorrow? No, just do it. Take the trash out. You going your fat ass outside. Just grab the trash and take it with you. I mean, just that simple. You know that causes ants, roaches, bugs, mice. Hell, even a goddamn squirrel might crawl into your house. You don't know that. Yes, Stanka definitely needs speech therapy. Hell, all of them need speech therapy. How you doing here? I just saw one of my girls that came in here. How you doing, Buttons? Welcome to the McFlicky Palace. I ain't seen you in a long time, but I ain't been up here long. Girl, y'all call you stupid or walk. He definitely needs special classes. Girl, they all do, including Kaylin. AJ do speak well, but his mother has an attitude. Yeah, I agree with that. AJ needs behavior therapy, girl. Yeah, bars. Heard me? AJ speaks better because he always in an adult conversation repeating what he hears. Jasmine is a raspy tone and mumbles. As a result, Legend and everyone else speaks the same. That is very true. She does have a mumble conversation. She does mumble her words and she does not enunciate her words properly. Like for example, like tooken, like taken. You mean? She's like tooken. Then she says mice. like, I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, just everything out of her mouth sounds concerning. Right. He should have early intervention. Yes. Yes, he should have. Yeah, at the age of 3. They can certainly offer that for you. Right. For a woman with 9 kids, I do think that she does better. That she does better by her kids, and she spends quite enough money on their clothes, right? And she feeds them better than she know how to cook. Yeah, she knows how to cook better, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a. I understand that. I just don't have a. I don't feel like she's any better. I just, maybe at one point I would have been like, yeah, I think Chrissy, is a better mom or she's a better person. But over the years that, even, even before that divorce, but let's just say and I give a person grace for going through divorce, right? I would give a person grace for losing their mother or any parent. I do because I lost both of mine. I certainly do give grace for that. But however, I think what it did it for me, Walk, is this here. What did it for me was when Jasmine, I mean, not Jasmine, when Chrissy came up here lying about that mother, lying about that house. I just I already didn't respect her. I really didn't, respect her anyway. But that just made it worse. And it's like, why do you have to lie about own the house? You own it or you don't own it. It's no big deal. If it's your house, whether you're renting or not, it's just your house in a different way. Like you're paying rent on it, so this is your place of residence here temporarily until you decide to move or get evicted, whatever the case is. Um, I thought that was strange. She lied about that. Then I think it's strange that she keeps claiming ghost men or ghost women as her husbands, and she's still married to this other fool. And there's nothing wrong with being spiritually married because some people out here in on this platform have spiritual husbands. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna put you down whether or not your husband is your legal husband or if he's your spiritual husband or if he's both. If you are married to him, even if it's common law, I would definitely say, hey, it's your husband, whatever. But damn, this lady is still married to this other jerk off, right? She's still married to him. The third thing is she just lies so much, and you have to have an absolute mental fucking problem to keep lying like that. And then she exploited that little girl, telling them we didn't need to know about the little girl smoking weed or none of that bullshit that she had going on. That was none of our business. That was totally none of our business. Whatever happened between her and her daughter was none of our business. But she wanted to go viral because she seen just Jasmine doing that bull crap. and she wanted to have a viral moment as well. I peeped that, and that is not okay. And I'm just saying, I just don't think she's a better mom. I think she can cook better, but I mean, hell, a goat can cook better than Jasmine. A dog could cook better than Jasmine. Yes. And then I would call, then going back to that, I remember she did like some beef or, those little canned, not macaronis, but they like the little canned raviolis. She had got one can out. She took a little bit of sauce, a saucer, and put like a little pound of beef. It wasn't even a pound. It probably was like, I don't know. It was like a half of a pound. It wasn't even a half of a pound. It was less than a half a pound. She put that little bitty meat on that little bitty skillet, and she fried up that beef. She drained it, and then she put it with the raviolis and tried to act like it was a whole fucking meal. And then she put a little salad with that, and she fed all them children on one can and a little bit of that meat. It's like, come on. Like, I was so appalled by that meal, girl. I was so appalled by that meal. And she called herself trying to teach people how to save money on and how to making small meals last longer or make them look full. And that was not full looking. So I don't know about that. And it came off like she was starving them per se. I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying that moment, right? Now, have we seen her at times within 2026? She's barely been up here, but have we seen her in 2006 give them like different type of meals? Yes, I have seen Chrissy, go in the kitchen and cook some food for the children and everything like that. They eat, you know what I mean. I seen, I can't say the dress, that funeral dress. And listen, again, I did not go. I just watched other content creators or reactors. And I did see, I did not go to her page. I don't do, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I didn't watch her mother's funeral. And that do cost. Now, I don't know what kind of what funeral home she went to, but when I was thinking about having my father, and they was like, it's gonna be a cost. I was like, the hell with that. I was like, nah, my father didn't want nobody. First of all, his body, man, he was already cremated. Before I left that funeral, they had already handed me my father's remains. You know what I'm saying? Or ashes, whatever you want to call it. It's right here. I'm looking right at it. But I'm just saying that again, I didn't understand that all that money that they gave her and her mother's funeral was already paid for. I don't understand why she didn't take some of that money and go get them some clothes, because her mama seemed like a nice woman. She was a pretty woman. Let's be clear about that. Chrissy mama was gorgeous. And you could just, she had the Diane Curl energy where she cared about her appearance, where she was, she's like a spiffy dresser. And so, the last thing when you're thinking about your loved ones and honoring them, we want, that's the main thing I wanted for my son. When he went to that funeral, I went and got two of my sons. My next to middle son, he already had his little outfit together. He got him and his son together. So I was like, cool. I offered. He's like, nah, mom, we cool. But my other son, I was like, boy, we gonna go get you some clothes because Grandpa want to see you. His spirit want to see you in style. And I told my other son, I was like, look, we gonna get you a new suit. That day, I bought my son three suits. Of my youngest, not the oldest one. I bought my youngest son three suits. Now, I was when he grown, shoot, I wasn't buying him all that. Now he can buy that with his money. But you understand what I'm saying, and so it matters. You know what I mean? And I just didn't really think that was, I'm just side eyeing her, like, why are children looking like that? Like, it just didn't seem like she really took pride. Like, it seemed like the older, and it's just, I don't think it's them. I think that the older that her children have gotten, I don't really see an advance in their quality of life. It just doesn't come across like that. It seems like she's going backwards. It doesn't, and this is all of them, right? You don't see quality even when Jasmine children were younger. You would see, you would look in Kayla's house, you would see some nice clothes, some cute clothes. And it's not about you having a whole bunch of clothes for the children. It's about it being clean, nice and neat and type of thing. And you just don't see a lot of that. I don't know. I just don't think they're much better. Again, y'all probably have videos. Y'all probably have evidence. Y'all could probably send me evidence, I could change. I could change my mind. But we talking about right now. As of right now, I don't see a difference, right? But let's continue.
I'll do that when we come back home. Go. Go downstairs so you can go get your slides.
What did you do at school last time?
Get your slides. We're just going to the store real quick.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
And the second thing is, my son will wear his slides. If he got some Adidas slides, he don't even wear them like out. He used to wear them to jujitsu. The other thing that my son, if he's taking out trash, he'll wear them. But on the terms, if we going somewhere, those you can break your neck. That's a little boy. It's not. Excuse me. It's not like it's a teenager. And the teenager has a little bit more control. This boy's still wobbly. He barely walks. You know what I mean? And he needs tennis shoes. You know why she got him put on the slides? Because he barely has tennis shoes. And she puts them little stupid hats on his head because his hair is jacked up. Because she doesn't take time to fucking pick his hair out or do anything that makes sense with that head of his. And I like a good old afro, but you still have to shape it up.
It's like that.
All right, come on.
See.
Push the red button. Okay.
She tried so hard to make this little boy into Chris, which is why she snuggles with him, which is why they cuddle and all this other weird shit that she does with this little boy. This little boy is not her man. This is her son. This is not her man. Christina is most definitely getting government system. There's no way that she can buy for 9 years without getting government assistance. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah, they all do. Doctor, I agree. I don't understand. I agree. I don't understand why Christina would buy a Tesla when she has 9 kids. Exactly. Right. They have all kind of new equipped minivans. Yes, ma'am. They have so many different cars. Doctor, do you think that about Olivia living? What do I think about Olivia living back with her in the back room with her 3 kids? Talking about generational wealth. That is a joke. It absolutely is. I don't think that they have generational wealth. I think that they probably got her grandmother probably got a little change. She probably just got a good. I don't think she has generational wealth. I think that she has a pretty. Her grandmother probably has a decent life insurance. That's what I believe. They probably have a decent life insurance. That don't mean Olivia's going to get any change. Olivia mama probably get some change, but that don't mean Olivia's going to get any change. And who is to say that Olivia mama will be like, okay, I'm going ahead and give this girl some. I'm going to go ahead and give this girl some money. That don't mean she's going to get a little girl some money. I said little girl. Don't mean a grown up. That don't mean she's going to get a grown up some money. That don't mean she's going to be like, oh, I'm going to give her some money. Oh, I'm going to do this. That don't mean that. I just think she has a decent life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's generational wealth. Some parents, and I guess, I don't know. Y'all said that her mama owned that house or whatever. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not in this report. Yeah, you have to get some water on your way out. Thank you. Um, yeah, so I don't think she has generational wealth because if she had generational wealth, then it would show. But then again, who is to say her mom and them didn't have nothing? Because remember, the money that they did have, they had to give it to her to help her move to here, to here, to here, to here. So if I were at this point in time, I wouldn't leave her anything because you are using all of your money to go and get this girl a new house because I mean a place to live because every 5 months not live Jasmine, but Olivia and Chrissy, people like that are getting new places to live every 3 to 5 months. So obviously they're using up all their money on trying to make sure you have a stable place of environment to stay in And so yeah, at this point in time, I would just go ahead and tell her to move up here because I'm not spending another dime. And so sometimes when you put people in a position where you make them where they live uncomfortably, it will make them get out of the environment. And see, somebody like her, you would have to put her in an uncomfortable environment, and have a set of rules like that stepfather probably told her, bitch, you can't be in here doing all that talking, bitch, you can't be bringing no ninjas up in here sleeping and fornicating with or whatever you gonna do. You ain't finna do that in my house, and I don't want nobody around my house. You know what I mean? And your mama is not gonna be keeping these children all like that while you horse playing. You know what I'm saying? The goal is for you to get up here and do something. That's probably what her sister told her on the provision on the provision that she does X, Y, and Z, and she couldn't even conform to any of that. Remember, because she started school, and then she couldn't even finish that because she could have finished school within 5 months and then moved back to her apartment and then had it going on and could have been paying for her apartment, right? But she couldn't even do that. She couldn't even maintain that for too long because she has a mental. And this is just my honest opinion because she has a mental problem and she can't. Um, get herself together for 1 second. And for example, like my stepdaughter moved in with us. And my stepdaughter is going to school. She's almost graduated. She's going to school to become an engineer. Okay. So let's start the Dersha Fuson. Good morning. Um, yeah, so she is going to school to do or something. The provision that she goes to school and works a full-time job. You understand? So as an adult or as parents, we have to set a certain standard of people living with us, older adults or adults in general, to stay with us. We have to say, okay, we all have had college children, right? Or we've had young adults that may not been going to college. They might have just went to trade school and got them a job, and for whatever reason they wasn't ready to move out, or they moved out from wherever they was at and they need to come crash at your house for a little while. But we all set provisions. I've been there. I had to go before I went. I was in this one apartment. I was in the when I my first marriage. We was getting ready to get us a house. We was purchasing a house, and so we had to stay with my mom and them for a little while because we were staying money. Stack my money. Mother said, "Hey, y'all move in here. Y'all stack y'all money. Only pay this amount." You know what I mean? And she had certain. My parents had certain rules for us, right? And then once we moved out and we got it going, because we knew that we didn't want to be freeloading or living with my parents for a certain period of time. But that was in my 20s. Let's be clear about that. Let's say it again. That was in my 20s, not in a middle age. Okay? I was like 21. I was like 2021. This girl, I've been out on my own. I was out on my own at 17. These chicks are middle age, still acting like they are young. I mean, acting like they're young. Olivia is not young anymore. She's a whole grown woman, which she likes to remind us about over and over on this platform. But yet she has yet to prove that. So I think it's bummish of her. I think it's appalling that she keeps having these children by these ghost dads that don't know her, that she don't know, and she's not even worried about any type of if stuff that could take her out. You know what I'm saying? This is irresponsible. It's irresponsible that she's having children with these people. It's not just about the eases, but it's also about, soul ties, gaining all these soul ties to connect to your energy. So you're not only soul tying, you soul tying with other people that this other person then kicked it with. You understand what I'm saying? So you bringing all these different people into your home, and I'm talking about spiritually. And I don't mean home. When I say home, I mean womb. I mean, uh, 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 I mean, womb. You bringing all these individuals into your tomb, into your womb, into your home. This is your home. This is your body. This is your safe place. This is where you live. And you bringing all these individuals. You don't know them. And one day it may not end in the way that you want to. And then you meet these people off of social media. These people could unalive you, and you can end in a way where you're not able to make it out. And then you have young children, even if you don't care about yourself, which is obvious she doesn't. But you don't care about your children enough to have these children over here. And everybody that she brings her children around, they slapping the little boy or they hitting the little boy. Why is that? I mean, I know he's a mess and he's something else, but that's because of the mama. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody using AJ as a punching bag, how is that right? You know what I mean? And this little boy is wearing pink. She's letting him play in makeup and all kind of little weird stuff. Like, what is wrong with you? So I think that it's jacked up. But again, it might be best for those children to be around her mother and her stepfather. Maybe they will have some more stability. Maybe they need to be in that situation so they can possibly get some home meals and not just eating bars and hot dogs that are not cooked, that are uncooked hot dogs. So maybe that would suffice, and maybe that the children will be happier, and maybe they can get the unwanted, get the attention of love as opposed to feeling unwanted, because these are the lighter skinned children. So Stella tends to appreciate the lighter skinned children versus the darker children, but that's neither here nor there. So that's what my opinion is. I think that that would be good for those children. Those children may need to be away from her, and I don't think Stella is the best person, but they're the best that she's got. And if I was, and thank God, if I was her sister, I forgot what her name is, Raquel. Yeah, Raquel. Raquel's husband is probably not having that because Olivia doesn't respect people. Olivia doesn't respect. She's an habitual line crosser, and she's gonna always cross the line because that's the type of individual she is. Because she does not respect herself. And you have a blessed weekend as well, Walk. Let's continue.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's all you do is buy processed food, but just need to get another.
Finding a therapist you actually connect with.
We're speeding that up,
Ask,
y'all.
but
Sorry, but we had to speed it up. I mean, she's just putting groceries in the car. I mean, what's fabulous about that? And she love getting white vehicles, don't she? Jasmine buying name brand purses, but yet that looks like a Coach. But yet her children hair is not combed. Okay, good. Congratulations. You are a moron. Let's go. I don't like looking at this little boy eat. Yes, man. All the way in areas that we don't need to see in. It doesn't make any sense that you walk around like this, and you are a mother of 12, okay, 1,000, and vaping right in front of this little boy. He got a popsicle in his mouth, and you got a vape in your mouth. Come on. And the sink of no return. I swear, that's a sink of no return. Let's go.
Haircut, but yeah, that was a whole process. He did a good job. He didn't move. Usually he was trying to jump out the sink or jump out the tub, wherever I'm bathing him, and he stayed in place.
Again, the sink of no return. Why is this? Don't you put your food in this? I don't want to put my dog in where we wash dishes. I don't want to put my dog where I'm putting my food in. I don't want to put my dog where I have my plates in. I don't want to put my dog where I'm doing anything that's outside of that. When you can honestly put the dog in something to wash him off. He's so small. It's not like he's a big dog. If it's a big dog, you can take him outside. The summertime.
I think because the water was like perfect, and he was just like, oh yes, this feels so good. But he got his little pampering. I gave him a treat, and I just
You take better care of that mangy mutt better than you do your own dang on children, man.
put him up. I mean, I can hear him barking. I just put him up, took him outside, just put him up because I'm about to come in here and cook. It's everything that we got from HEB.
Junk. Bananas, white bread. Who is still buying bleached bread? If you are, don't tell me. Please don't tell me. CB4, Coca-Cola in the can. That made no sense. Makes no sense. And I'm so sick of that Jimmy Dean croissants. When you can just buy you some croissants and buy you some of those little things and just fry them up and just keep it moving. Atkins diet. No, just buy food that are less in calorie. Buy food, make you foods that are less in calories. You're wasting money, time, and energy and food stamps on this crap, and they should ban that from you doing that and others like you. You wasting taxpayers' money. You can't even buy the. It's supposed to be WIC and food stamps are supposed to be for the betterment of children eating at a low because they have low income and they don't have enough money to purchase food for themselves. So what that means is you should be buying foods, vegetables, fruits, and if dairy and meat stuff like that. You should not be buying this junk right here, and you should not be allowed to buy this on food stamps. Rinse that out for me, son, so I can wash it. And you can go upstairs and watch TV. You know where your remote control is? Okay. Go up there and wash your face and brush your teeth, please.
I'm gonna put this stuff up. I'm gonna let him go outside, sit down and eat his ice cream because he's just really antsy about it. So let me go ahead and put this stuff up real quick, and then I'll see y'all downstairs.
And this is the first thing that he eats in the morning is a darn popsicle stick. My son had a whole breakfast. I just had it ready early because I knew at some point he was gonna wake up. I knew my mouth would wake him up, or his sister would wake him up because she was getting ready. You understand? Don't make no sense. This is the first thing out of his mouth. He ain't had no meal. He ain't had no breakfast. He ain't had no lunch. He ain't had no dinner. He didn't even brush his teeth probably this day. And the first thing she stick in his mouth is a darn popsicle. Okay, I'm not gonna watch this little boy. It's nothing fascinating about watch him eat this popsicle. There's nothing fashionable or nothing fascinating about her washing this dog in a sink that she put her food in. It's nothing fashionable about her taking time to wash this mangy mutt, but not wash any of the children's hair or comb their damn hair. This doesn't make sense to you. Let me answer for you. It does not. It's just disgusting that she's washing this dog in the sink that she put the damn thing on food in. Oh my God, you are gross. Just as gross, and she getting ready to make dinner. Why she use that same?
But yeah, that was a whole process. He did.
She done stuck this dog in. Don't make no sense.
Drop. He didn't move.
When you get salmonella, salmonella, hamonella, chimonella, whatever, silla, then you're gonna be upset because you done got yourself sick because you're putting ingesting the stuff that comes off of this dog's body in your body. You big dumb hairy fool.
Usually he be trying to jump out the sink or jump out the tub, wherever I'm bathing him, and he stayed in place. I think that the water was like perfect. And
she really needs somebody to come in and run her life. That's what she needs. They need to, at this point in time, they need to certify life coaches and people like that and above that to come in and help her to manage her life 3 times out of a week. Hell, eating. Some people need more than 3 times a week, like wine trash or wine glass. She needs somebody to come in there every day. Her and Scott. Jasmine need about 4 days out of a week. Olivia need to be in a facility. Let's go.
He was just like, oh yes, this feels so good. But he got his little pampering. I gave him a treat, and I just put him up. I can hear him barking. I just put him up, took my side, just put him up.
Remember she used to say that she give her children treats. Well, I gave him if he does this right, then I'll give him a piece of candy or I'll give him a Dorito. You know why? Because she treats the children, she sees the children and the dog as the same people. She thinks the children are animals, and that's exactly how she treats them. That's how Olivia treat her children as well. Let's go.
Because I'm about to come in here and cook and get everything situated, but yeah, he did really good, you guys.
Working my nerves. Every 5 seconds you touching on that weave. Okay, we see that you got weave. Chris has messed your head up. We're not gonna listen to this music. Girl, I just want to see her use this sink. I want to see her use the sink. I want her to cook in this sink because I'm going to laugh that she done did this, and then she wearing this hoochie coochie. I had to wait for my son to come out of here before I start talking my ish. But girl, she got on these coochie coochie booty colors shorts, and I'm so sick of seeing that. Them shorts need to be banned. And she gonna tell them again. You see, she's using that very same thing. She don't have a sink for the dog. Now I can see if she said, okay, this is just purely for the dog to take his bath, you know, a little tub or something. Just stick a little mutt in there and wash him up. But no, she using the exact same sink to wash her dishes in. She don't know if this dog had fleas or whatever. He may have had a dog disease or something. I don't know. But either way, it's gross to stick an animal in where you wash your dishes at or your food. See what I'm saying? Just gross. I am really offended by this. And you can tell when Legendary just there by himself because she be in a better mood. And I don't even think she necessarily like Jay or whatever his name is, Legendary. I just think he's the better out of all of them for her.
Go ahead and upload my video. Then I'm going to give Legend.
You don't have to talk to us about it. Just do it.
A bath and get him ready for bedtime. We had a productive day. Was able to get the house clean, get things back in order, get back on some type of routine because I really need to go on a routine, y'all, because I just kind of been going to sleep late, waking up late, and actually last night I went to sleep early.
But you are going to sleep as if you're staying up all night as if you got a job. You don't have a job, Tommy. You are broke B. This is just who you are. Why are you acting like, yes, okay, so I understand. So one of Jasmine's eyes is bigger than the other. One of her eyebrows is bigger than the other. One side of her head is bigger than the other side. Okay, got it.
Then what I've been going on.
One of her nostrils is bigger than the other. One of her nostrils is more plumpier than the other. Got it.
Around 3, 4 o'clock, nothing like me. And so I was on time, okay? And I said, I'm gonna get up, get my house in order, get everything together, which is what I did. But thank you everyone for watching today's video. Some days you're gonna get regular.
Please, this is where you fail in every moment of your life. Every existence, every hour, every second, every cornerstone of the day. This is where you fail miserably. Stop giving everybody advice. You are not in a position of giving anybody advice about anything. You can't give advice on YouTube, parenting, working, relationships, having friendships, any type of ships, you cannot give advice on. You can't give advice on how to clean up. You cannot give advice on how to cook. You cannot give advice on how to take care of a dog. You cannot give advice on what to put in the sink and what not to put in the sink. You cannot give advice on dietary wise. You cannot give advice on anything that is living. You can only give advice about what to do if you illiform. That's all you can do. If you illiform, you should do this. And you can't do that right. Let's go.
Reality, okay, which is me taking care of the house. Sometimes you might get me doing something, but today you don't get me doing anything.
That's the hogwash. That's just an excuse for you to make to sit up here and say what you gotta say. Let's watch this real quick, and then we out of here, okay? And I'm going to come back later on, probably almost into the morning. Let's go. Here we go. These are the same goddamn shorts. Now, you see, let's go back. Jasmine, since you want to show us the crack of your ass, we're going to talk about it. Let's go. All right. Watch the hold on. Watch the black areas of her butt crack. Now, this is how she need to put some type of it's not supposed to be looking like that. They have products out here that will help clear that. Let's continue. Watch it. Show it now. But we don't see when she walks through the step. It's not a shadow. See that? See that? Let's go back. Since you want everybody to see what you got, you want us to see, you want to show the back, talk about it. You want to show it and bring it out and grab it out and think you talk about it. You can just highlight what's good. You can highlight the track of your ass. If you want to show it, you can let it look at and we're going to talk about it right here. Wait a minute, hold on. I got it too far. Hold on. Let me push it back down. Hold on. Let me get it. Hold on, y'all. I got to get it at the right angle. Hold on. Oh, y'all. I'm sorry. don't want to stop. Hold on, wait, let me see that. Hold on. Boom. See that right there? You see all that blackness? It's not supposed to be that. That's Jasmine. You got something going on with your body. I'm not ready to say. I'm gonna tell you what that's a sign of, but I don't want to say on here. I can't say that legally. I cannot say that. But I had a client that had that, and man, I gave her some herbs, and it got rid of that. It went in dormant. We're gonna leave it alone. But this is not a good sign that this is not a shadow. This is your skin. It's not supposed to look like that. Why would you wear shorts and show us this? Does that make sense to you? This don't make no flipping sense, okay? Don't make no sense. What you say? What you say about legendary? Hold on, let me see what you said. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all said. I said, Legend look like he's 74 right now. You stupid. How you doing, TD Will? TD Will? Hey, girl. This don't make no sense. It's sad. Cheryl let the slow girl, let this slow girl defend for herself, right, in this world. Exactly. It's ridiculous. AJ definitely speak better, but knows a lot inappropriate things. Exactly. He should know. Exactly. All of them know. All of Olivia's children, Gerard's children know too much inappropriate things because of his helper, and because Gerard too. They might want to acknowledge that, but Gerard did stay. Listen, I like niece. I like Nisi. First of all, let's get that out the way. But I'm gonna be honest. Something was mentally wrong with Gerard that he sat with this woman long. He sat with her too long. He been with her too long to think he normal. That stuff ain't normal to been with Olivia. Like no, you man, these girls are trash moms, girl, on different spectrum of oos. Exactly, I agree with that. Dr. A, I'm in the bushes while driving. I'm at the stoplight, so I wanted to agree with you. Thank you. Right. Well, no need for her to lie about buying a house. Girl. Yeah, right. I agree. Like, what's the point? It's listen, we in an economy is kind of weird, even housing. I'm looking for another property to buy, and I'm telling you, I'm like, why the heck is this house 239,000? Like, it is not worth it. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So I definitely could concur with that. I was gonna buy a house before my father left me his house, before he left me and him in my mama house, my childhood house. Before that even happened, I was gonna buy a house, but I kept on going through. Like I said, I couldn't find anything for worth the price that they wanted to get. I'm like, look, I don't want to be buying no house all the way into my 80s. You know what I'm saying? At 80 years old, before I turn 80, I want to be retired. I want to be paying that much for no dang old house. I'm just going to be all the way trill with y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at this stuff that, okay, let's go back to Jasmine's leg. You see Jasmine butt crack. This don't make no sense. Look at this. Look at all that black right there. That's not supposed to be there, girl. She like she got a rash or something. Why are you wearing shorts like this? That is disgusting. And that's not a shadow. That's not a shadow. Don't y'all come up here and try to tell me this is a shadow. And look how crusty the back of her ankles are. Look at the crusty on the back of her ankles are. At least look like she got gangrene. Look at that. I know I just call it anything. Gangrene, girl. Look at how ashy them toes are. Look at her feet. Look at how ashy her foot. Why would she show this? She is dusty. Oh my God. She's a dust girl. If I want anybody to get with you and they brave enough to come up here and claim you, oh my God. There's something wrong with you. Jasmine, you got to get something to do. Nobody should see all that. That is nasty. Look at that. Oh, you see that? And she's filming it back up. The editor, why did she not block that out? Ew. You think that that's gonna be
Come on.
sleeping with that baby? I would be upset. If I was a dude, I'd be like, baby, I can't. I don't know what's that in the back. What's that? If you go to try to hit it from back. What is that in the back of your? What is in the back of your below your butt cheek? That is not okay. Like I would be concerned. I'd be afraid that you trying to do something to me. It's
Upside
not.
down.
It's nasty.
Upside
Your
down.
butt, her butt cheek is
Wait,
showing.
I need a body.
That makes no sense. You can't from the appropriate. You got balls for this.
Wait. I'm still.
What is this? You need to get everything like that. Who and what? You have a flat derriere. Don't nobody want to see that. And then you part, and then look like a porcupine from the back. All them dark marks around your butt cheeks look like a porcupine.
That's why you spit on me. Hurry up.
Listen, you gain weight. We already know you're gonna have more than likely you're gonna have cellulite or stretch marks. Let me tell you why. If you gain weight, you're gonna have them. If when you lose weight, you'll have them until you tone up. Just being honest. So this happens. So I'm not gonna talk about her having cellulite or not. I'm just saying that she like, especially when you lose weight so fast, that it definitely will happen, right? I'm just saying, damn, her arms is huge, girl. She look like Hulk Hogan, girl. You got to burn that fat, Jasmine. Instead of you just taking those shots, you need to burn that fat. You got to run around, do some cardio. You don't do a lot of cardio, which is how I know you don't do no cardio. I can tell by the way you run up and down that gym and how out of breath and how out of shape and hippopotamus that you are. Let's go.
Stand up.
We don't want to see this little dude in the tub. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? We don't even want the thought. Let me fast forward this, y'all. I'm not watching this. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize, but I'm not watching no kid in no tub now. If she had any sense, this is not film worthy. We don't even want to see her funky butt in that tub, what she need to get into, which we seen enough of her trying to attempt to act like she taking a bath, baby. She act like we did when we was in gym class because we want to mess up our hair. We wasn't really sweating. We didn't sweat that much at gym. You know why we didn't sweat? Because we was acting like we was on our PMS, so we didn't have to do much. Okay, so we barely sweat. And we was in the gym. And we had our gym clothes. And I'm telling you, we would just wash certain areas of our body because you know why? We didn't want to sweat out our perms. So we would run that water, wash our feet on the armpits, chest, and areas like that, and then get out and take our towels and wash our face because we didn't want to do all that in the shower because we didn't want to mess and sweat out our hair. I'm just gonna be honest. We'll hit them pits, we'll hit their booty and every other area. Well, no, I didn't know about that other girls. I'm just gonna tell you about me, okay? I didn't want but I'm just saying that nobody wanted to sweat out their hair. That's all I'm saying. But Jasmine I've never taken a dry shower. Explain to me how in coordination do you take a dry shower? That is I will never get over that. I will ever reminisce on this helper taking a dry ass shower. Like, where did he do that at? This helper's taking a dry shower. Why? Okay? Why? Let's start there, baby bubble. This
Come
dog gets more love
over here.
than the children. Don't make no sense. No sense. I don't want to watch the dog kid. That's another thing. Listen, for people who are animal lovers, we do not want to watch your animal taking dumps or piss or peeing. We don't want to see that. That boy look like Chris right here in this picture. He look like what you looking at. He look like he could ready to slap upside her head. That's what the heck you looking at.
He keeps going to his cage. This is what he does. He brings his food out and eat it. Gets more, and then he comes back out. All right, so while Bentley keeps doing all that, I'm about to tackle these clothes.
Same old, same old. We are tired of watching you fold these clothes up. We don't want to see this no more, Jess. It's the same old, same old. We don't want to look at your children's underbenchables. Hell, we don't even look at yours, let alone yours. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. I do appreciate each and every one of you all coming live. My son tried to take advantage, so I gotta go up here and get him together. All right, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. On our way out, what we're gonna go ahead and do, we are going to look at, or listen to, I should say. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it real quick. Here we go.
It's us who need the shade, not them. We the ones who lost our sense. Running fast, no time to fail. Forgetting what is really real. I got this tremble in my soul, like something trying to take control. A whisper deep I can't ignore, knocking her behind that door. How we numb to all this pain, while the earth cries out in rain. Every creature calling truth, but we silence living proof. I got a shake in my shoulder, I just can't stop. Like the truth in my body and it won't drop. Something waking me up, breaking me out. I can't ignore what this feeling's about. I got a shake in my shoulder, I just can't stop. Like the weight of the world finally got caught in my chest, in my breath, in my mind. I'm seeing life in a whole new light. We took more than we ever gave. Built a world that forgot to break. The wild hearts, the ones that roam. Every being deserves a home. Look in their eyes, you'll see the same. Love and fear, no different game. We act like kings upon a throne. This ain't ours, it's not our own. Then shifting in the air, like a truth we all should share. If we listen, we might heal. If we change, we might fail. I got a shake in my shoulder, I just can't stop. The truth in my body and it won't drop. Something waking me up, breaking me out. I can't ignore what this feeling's about. I got a shake in my shoulder, I just can't stop.
All right, just get mine.
It's time for me to get mine. By euphoric oracle and soul alignment. It's time for me to get mine. I done served everybody all my life. Held it together through the stress and the grind. Now it's finally my season to shine. It's time for power, picking everybody up when they fall. Between the kids, the dogs, and my husband too. Everybody needs me, he got something to do. Then I clock in and serve at work, giving my best, though my back still hurts. Clients calling, wanting more.